Off top with it. Do. Where them beats at? Who got them beats? Who got them beats? Sitting here. Yeah. Who got them beats, man? Where them beats at? Feel like roasting something. Over top of the bonfire. In my mind. Because you have entered my mindscape. It's your boy, Two Strikes, aka Gums, aka send it back to you after breakfast. And you know how we do when we do, how we move, how we maneuver. When opposition send them shots like shooters, we'll be shooting off them blank shots all the time. How we narrate and perpetrate and expose the fake and smack them with the truth. That way hit them with the content so they can come back and say when we capping. You know what it is. Sit at the pedestal, but only just a piece of the cog of the GBA Nation World Machine. Oh, but they double down all the time. All the time. They double down. How they double down is so easy. What did we just tell y'all as the community? That we just had plane tickets, right? So we got us a new date, supposedly for March the 25th. And they come off with the whole conspiracy again, you know? Because it's kind of funny. Because, you know, planes go to connecting flights and stuff like that, right? And we just so happen to be at the airport, you know? So we'll see if any of these people are going to South by Southwest, you know? Right. We will see them. Right? Charlotte O'Hare. That's the airport in Philly. That ain't the one? That's the one in Tampa, right? What about the one in Austin? With the 3-hour connect over. They fly straight into Dallas. Right. They put it out here like people don't be listening. Like they might have not stirred up a pot or a hornet nest where they gave away their movements, where they be called out in the plain open. Not no plot, no conspiracy. Straight facts. That's why I say always watch your digital awareness and what you say. Because at any given time, another flame is snuffed out.
I can never let a nigga play. Bitch, I might eat. We gon' slide up and down them streets. Nigga tear up these streets. West side hood, nigga. Nigga kick, I can sit back. Nigga got breathe. It's a motherfucker slipping, nigga.
Queen get it to the nigga, can't let it play me. Baby chicken run, can't let it slay me. Want to me young, home with a kidney. Fuck y'all fuck niggas wanna hate me. Even then y'all still can't play me. Think y'all girl really wanna date me. All this tip from you gonna hate me. Honestly, I'ma call her baby. Can't let it play me. From rubber bra, never get lady. Other for all, make them stop, and they going crazy. Nigga, you say Making these statements, y'all gonna play me, games to play, have me level up, solo leveling gaming, Cheetos, lime, hot flaming, you gotta say can't play me, you shut it out where my chain, can't let it play, can't let it play, can't let it play, can't let it play.
Never let a nigga play, bitch, I'm like 80. We gon' slide up and down on these niggas, nigga tear up these streets, west side of the nigga. If a kick, I can sit back. Nigga got free, nigga finna breathe. Got your motherfuckers at the nigga.
You will always hit a nigga, ain't always up in the street. Any nigga that want pressure like my bitch can eat my briefs and eat my beef. Leaky loosey, they pussy. Wanna try some full play with me, Going to the spot, old school like Atari, Baking plastic like a Barbie, They wanna play with me, matching heartbeats, I got solitary, Can't let them play with me, Tyler Perry, We see red like Bloody Mary, Taking shots, no Bloody Mary, yeah, quit, bitch, perfect.
Yeah, something like that, know what I'm saying? Where them beats at, man? Where them beats at? You about to have me hit up my network and get some beats. I thought we had some producers inside the nation, man. Where the producers at? Don't tell me that y'all still in the lab busting out some bangers and joint and you ain't got none already on reserve. How long it's taking you to flip a banger out? What? I see kids whipping them up in about under 30 seconds nowadays at like 240 BPMs, know what I'm saying? Come on. Matter of fact, I got a little something. I whipped this up off some samples on BandLab. Call this joint Snowfall. We can take a trip late night by the shore in a late ride breeze blowing through our head through the clothesline. We can let go of the wheel and let the motion control the way that we moving. And sit back and we unwind and replay the rewind. Spitball off the top with it, know what I'm saying? What y'all got that home for? Ha! on the mic. Trying to get the board set back up proper also at the same time. Just made a big outcome. We went from the Yamaha 12 to where now we got the 20, baby. Know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that showed up and kept the show going, know what I'm saying? And all the ones that didn't show up. I guess joke's on them, right? Cause we ain't never asked for no support. I ever had to stick my hand out for any kind of gesture. But if y'all choose to do so, hey, we appreciate it. But we ain't never had to put up the Cash App and shit like that. Right, we ain't never had to come with the salesman pitch on a platform that they don't even own. That's the crazy shit. Talk to them. It's so crazy when you got somebody thinking that they done re-engineered or reinvented something and it's just the same of the same. Right, it's funny how you take something that was already hot and then you think that you made it even hotter when it was already hot before you even touched it. You just copycat it. They can't come up with the originality. They can't come with the crazy sounds. They don't even know where to even get some crazy sounds. They so unoriginal. So when originality comes around, it catches them off guard and get them yaps and gums are bumping. Like they have something. Like they entitled to speak on something. You little mouthpieces sitting on little buckets. Right, I bless you all with so many years that you wish it for the torment to end. With the 6-7. Right. They might think that we mental on this one. But where do you think you're at? Inside the padded room. Well, we bouncing off the fucking walls and all kinds of shit in here. Right. So roll up, know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all be smoking roaches. Cause y'all can't afford a proper sack. But not talking down on you. Let me just school you on that unk smoke style. I said that 3.5 or better. When I roll it up, I take my big, then I spark up. Then I inhale the magic. I got them over there screaming for the lunchtime. Lunchtime, I take your joke and turn it into piece of comedy and turn it into average, and I do it like it's magic and it's making all the tragic and it got all the motion. See the scream of the blunt as you smoke like I smoked and you just started, or maybe in your session you see the repercussions. Where does the small go when it goes up in the air and it comes down? The conversation piece, the architect when I go to speech, and I do it like Autumn Unique, and my style is so often unique. And I do it right in my sleep or in the shower. I hit them with the same raindrops, singing to the sound of raindrops, flowing to the sound of the raindrops. And I can't stop on a mission, and my ambition is like a valley genetic ancestry of hustling. How the way I study, pillage and get it and rip it and get it, and money be flowing and instead I be ripping it. Think I need a deal when I sign myself. And when you're boss, you can't check yourself. I do a mixtape by myself off the top of the dome as I creep on the knowledge like a scholar. Got degrees, did my education, went to college. Serve my nation, you're standing on my lane, boy, in your places. Yeah, I've been talking all this and that. I see you in your face getting smacked back. And yo, catch the remix, do it like a remix. How I do a remix off the top of the dome all the time in my zone, yeah. I told them, leave me alone, but they didn't listen though. Told them, leave me alone. They didn't want to listen though. So I gotta kill them the way that they know how. On a profile, on a freestyle, on the music way they wanna do it, and just go off my top when I lose it. Like a pistol, when you cop out, lock out, white chalk on sidewalk now. They said it sounds so profile, how they gather digital forensics, the news transmission. They hit you with them time like no sentence, and they be right there. Steady working for the house on the low. See them on the screen and I put them there on the show. So you got the facts nowadays you wanna know, but you still go around and sub for them shows. They get wrong, fucking with the head, baby. Left up in the room, baby. I can be free, you can be good. They don't want to play with your shout out to my network. I don't want to play with it, man. I don't want to play with it, man. Look at that. We coming off the top of the dome and we got more traction that done came across this than what any average show done already had at the same time span. That's crazy as junk. Right, ain't that so wild and so profound? But they worry about numbers on the screen. Worry about numbers on a screen and count. When stars know what star power is and you know how to activate that star power and you demand attention and it draws to you. Right. I want that negativity. You just make me even bigger. Right. Turn me into a black hole. That when I collapse, I'm a supernova. Cause you're gonna be right. You're gonna be on the outside wanting to see what's going on the inside. Right. You don't want to be out there alone. But what we got going on today? All the sexy ladies that came through. Yeah. You gonna make me call my boy Sleepy up. Y'all know my boy Sleepy. Right, he give me some of my best drops.
Sucking my dick. Whoa, that's sexy.
Yes, indeed, it sure is. It sure is to see that first thing in the morning. Ooh, put that on me. Oh, girl, can you put that on me? Oh, now. Now, wait a minute. Put that on me. Now, baby, it's been a long time. Yeah, put that on me. Woo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, yeah. All I'm saying. Hit me up if you want to use that as a sample. We'll play around all day and come up with some stuff. I'm telling you. I know it ain't even dark time right now. Y'all thought that was some Detroit after dark right there. I know. Right, we got some projects coming up with the Brody Hurricane. If y'all ain't noticed, GBA Radio is now at GBA Radio. So this is gonna be with something way different over here. Right. This is 2 strike, man. This is the padded room, bro. Right, we padded in. We got 2 strikes on YouTube. 2 strikes on YouTube. Back-to-back strikes on YouTube. I don't know. People inside our nation obviously hate us, bro. You know how nations are. There's always co-conspirators and shit. I figured build a whole process and get a whole bunch of networks and all the people and then slowly start revealing your assets. They don't even know what connections and stuff we got to. That's the wild part, see? Some of these people, we don't even have to come to your show to know what artists are on your show to even find out what tracks they done sent in. Y'all think that by getting Nero, right, you think by getting Nero that that's the only way that the track's gonna go? You idiot, you played it on your stream. Right. Your stream can easily be got. Right. And then your whole mix on your stream can easily be bow. Hey, look, that's gonna make them put it behind member only stuff. That's what you would think that thousand plus content creators would do, right? Right, partners that are already with YouTube, you would already think that them guys would do some stuff like that, right? They already switching the narrow, so they don't want nobody grabbing their links or whatever, right? For the artists, yeah. Okay, well, guess what? You're still making a video production that has audio inside your shit. You don't have no algorithm to scrub your playback or nothing, so nobody can get a 1-for-1 shit. So how are you putting information security on your artist's material? I got it where you can't scalp none of my content. Go ahead, try the best shit out there. I guarantee you won't get back exactly what you just heard playing on the platform. Trust and believe, I got all kinds of stuff I run in the background. White noise, even some kind of, hey, even every now and then I might put a little something in there. Right, I might put something inside there backwards and shit, like you dumbass motherfucker, you thought you were going to try and steal some music and shit. Information security, I know you like sucking some dick. Right. That's what I would do for my nation. Right, see? Y'all ain't even technologically smart playing in a technologically software landscape where I reign supreme. You don't believe so? Go look up hashtag at the real Slim Baller. I guarantee you see about 600 tools that are out there on the market, hitting all kinds of software with open source, showing my skill set, showing right. Who hides behind an alias? Right, everybody that knows me can easily find me. I'm not hard to find. Why would a person about their business be hard to find? But let them hide. Right, they even think that this right here is just my wallpaper right here. Like I didn't actually paint my face the fuck up. Right, like this ain't something that we don't do. Hey, somebody said I'm white-faced right now. I don't know how a light-skinned person can be right. Other light-skinned person white-faced when I'm a combination of black and white and a whole bunch of different genetics. Right. Hey, but give it up to the old Uncle Tom guys. You know, call them what they are. Right, there's turn for you. Right. They hate on the light-skinned people. Ain't on the light-skinned people. You don't believe so? Go pop up any podcast that just popped up recently. Right. Hey, you wanna hear something cool? You guys wanna hear something real cool, right? Check this out. This is what happens when you pop up on a show, right? And you know you got some heat, and you try to come through and you try to slide one of your artists' songs to a show to see if these people really support the underground and stuff, right? Right. So you go ahead, you drop some money and shit, right? And you go ahead and hit the little cash app up, so that, you know, now they jump your head because they got the little cash app shit. But guess what? Instead of playing your song, this is the shit you get.
That is so trifling, dog. Like, I feel like I owe you something, but since I ain't got nothing to give you, I don't owe you nothing.
Damn.
But since I ain't got nothing to give you, I don't owe you nothing. So, huh?
You got something to give?
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
No. Can you
Yes.
get it? What can I get? Tell me what it is.
Play your song.
No.
That's what you get right there, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end up using that as a good ass sample right there. Right. I figured I paid for the sample, right? I definitely paid for the sample. They didn't refund back my $10 on the Cash App. So, you know, I definitely paid for that sample right there. So if they come back and they say, oh, you took my voice and stuff out of likeness and all that, I paid for it. Right. The moment you accepted funding from my entity or my company or any kind of currency, right, that's payment. That's payment. That's a need. That is payment. Right. The thing should be is, hey, then we just give the motherfucker free promo, right? So if they try to come for some bread and shit, guess what? You know, my rates for promotion and shit go anywhere from 150 to 350. So I can easily go into QuickBooks and you just give me your business stuff, know what I'm saying? And I'll go ahead and send you an invoice, know what I'm saying? We can get that invoice and get payment up because, you know, we ain't talking about payment no more, see? That's the tactic of broke ass motherfuckers. Right. That's the tactic of broke ass motherfuckers. Right. You start talking some actual business and shit, right? See what the terminology and stuff is? Right. You start talking business and liquidity and stuff like that. And right. They don't want to have a conversation at that point. Yeah. Cause what? We gave them 2 hours, right? Yeah, so I need that 150 plus times 2. So that's 300 because that's the rates, you know, promotion. Right. And I had you on the platform. Right. So I need to kick back on the platform. And then we had an audience that showed up. Right. A nice little audience that showed up. A big increase that showed up. Right on YouTube. I don't know how many was YouTube, Twitch, Rumble. Right. Most of the people be on Rumble downloading the episodes. Right. So then they can just sit there and watch it. Right, all these platforms that we done been told them, and then they say, "Oh, he's not everywhere and shit." Even right, all these people that tap in with your boy Slim Ballin, right, man, fucking over here going nutty and all kinds of shit. Right, we ain't even going nutty. They just think that we fucking mental as a motherfucker over this bitch. Dog, it's crazy. They think that we talk to ourselves for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah, bro, that shit's so fucking wild. Right, we be just talking, bro. We just be talking. It's so crazy that some people just don't value the ability of the simplest shit. Right, they don't value the ability of the simplest shit. Some people can't talk. Some people couldn't never ever seen. Right, some people lived life without being able to have sight. So it's like, what the fuck you gotta complain about? Fuck you gotta complain about. I don't see how motherfuckers want to sit next to somebody that's fucking negative as fuck daily, bro. Daily. That's a special type of shit. That's a special type of shit. I feel bad for people like that and shit. Right. Cause they gotta sit there and they gotta sit in a position with no control. Like, yo, who would sit back? Who would sit back and watch a man bug the fuck out for hours and not say shit about it? Like a snort fest, whatever, bro. Like, what? Yeah. Who would do that shit? We just showed y'all. Some of y'all came back and told me this shit. That's the wild part. Some of y'all told me this shit. You said that you had seen the episode previously. You had watched the man show previously. Cause we even, know what I'm saying, inadvertently had y'all, like, look at it. Know what I'm saying? Beforehand. And y'all brought it to me. You brought it to me. And then we did our presentation of it. And our presentation of it, y'all motherfuckers were like, yo, I didn't even go to sleep. That shit was funny as fuck. So did we not put a fucking spin on the goddamn shit? And then they can't get mad about it because that might have got you an increase in audience inadvertently. Right, but you might not get the right type of traffic that you were looking for. That's the thing. See? I spun you a nice promo. Right, besides the fact that y'all tried to shit on somebody. Right, we gave you a nice little presentation. That way everybody had the facts. You answered to the pet name of Freddy that another grown-ass man then gave to you at the same age as you, and that's kind of funny. That shit's funny. A 40-something-year-old man that you call him Freddy and he responds and shit that another man gave this nigga a pet name. I could have went way further. Man, this show was just so fucking got so much shit. You just set yourself up for shit. That's the thing. You set it up for shit. Hey. Oh man, I busted a nut the other night, man. And it felt like a finger went up my ass and I was crying. Right, you ever just sat there and spoon and cry together? Oh, he's gonna say, oh, well, that ain't on Facebook. Nah, that's on Instagram. That's on Instagram, right? You didn't notice how that shit was trending, right? Cause back when we fucked with you, we had some of your content trending. See, inadvertently. So you can't never say nobody ever helped your ass out. I never showed up on your show and shit. Gave an introduction to who I was. Hit y'all with house party the same day. Rocked your whole fucking panel. And then I come back with some other joints. Cause I've been out of the game for some years. Right. See, I've been out of the game for some years at that time. Right. That's what you do when you hit the road. You start touring and shit. You know, you take vacations off of proceeds. Cause that's what you do when you make some money. That's what you do when you make some money. Right. My website turned me some good money. That bitch works when I'm asleep. That shit works without me even checking it. I checked the account, that shit said bing, bing. You done hit motherfucking 100-something thousand on this motherfucking record. Just this week. Today, matter of fact, just today, this motherfucker said I hit 34,000 sales. The last 6 months. The last 6 months. Was like, damn. That ain't bad for 99 cents. Ain't bad for 99 cents. Some shit that somebody would call some elevator music, but motherfuckers are getting it. They're getting it. It don't even have to have words on it. That's the wild shit. It ain't even have to have words on it, see? Some of y'all want to profiteer off of the element of music and shit, and you ain't making it just because you got the ability and you got the passion for it. Right? People hear your passion and your work. Some of y'all don't even know where to get professional music reviews. Right, professional music reviews. That ain't coming on these podcast stations. You don't even know how to send your shit off to even get it heard by a sound council of non-biased people that don't even know you from nowhere. I don't know you from nowhere. They hear your shit and they writing up actual professional reviews with star ratings, Metacritics. They don't care, man. They don't care. That's why we in the padded room. Right, that's why they asked us in here in the padded room with me. You're damn right. Cause they might try and they often fail when they fucking with a killer whale. They bark as loud, they chest may swell, but teeth bite down and swallow still. Oh, days, biting people's heads away. Cause lips and gums they spray the scents with no truce away. Know what I'm saying? Off the top with it. Some of y'all might think it's off the top with it, see? They didn't know that back in the days, you know, this is how I used to kick some shit. Right, be in the locker room and I hear some shit like that and motherfuckers stop and be like, damn, what was that? Right, then somebody start drumming and shit and then somebody come on and hit some balls. Right, see? Every piece works into another piece. Right, I was that class clown type dude, right? I drew for attention. Same time I always had, right, I was the guy that had attention but didn't have the most cash. Right, but I knew how to take what I got and give more. Alright. Fuck a Jordan, fuck a Louis and shit like that. I got some Chinese folks that got a embroidery shop and shit that does the custom tailoring and shit. I could take them any kind of fabric and get all kinds of crazy shit whipped up. Walk around with crazy looking anime type shoes with the style pants and all kinds of stuff. A whole custom outfit for the same price that you done went and bought your J's for. And you ain't none the wiser. None the wiser. Then it was funny when motherfuckers would try to hate on my shit. Cause the bitches like my shit. That's why I got it all done up for them. I didn't give a fuck what some dude looking at me for. Fuck you looking at me for, you fucking... Right. Fuck you looking at me for. I ran this to catch her attention. And you looking at me? Right, it's something up with you. Alright, go check yourself before I have to. Right, everybody had an encounter like that in some point of passing. So why you try to be the bully on somebody else when you used to be the little shrimpy guy? Especially everybody that wore glasses. I'm pretty sure at some point in life everybody has some kind of glasses on their head and somebody tried to pick with them. And then guess what? As soon as they got glasses and shit, you didn't return back the favor. Right. So you continued on with the cycle, right? You weren't smart enough to break that shit? Right. Small, narrow-minded. Some of them say, oh man, this nigga be talking business and talking and talking and talking and talking. The fuck y'all doing on y'all platforms where y'all got y'all mouthpieces at? Cause most of y'all got y'all mics. Right, some of y'all got y'all mics so close to your goddamn PC that all we hear is... Right, every time you goddamn lips flap. It ain't that hard to set up your PC, especially with NVIDIA, to put on background silencing. So if anything that sounds real loud, like if you're in the office, it silence that shit down so then it doesn't radiate through the mic, or you reposition the mic. Or you turn the mic level just slightly down so then you see where your levels are coming in and then make sure your background ain't coming in with it. Right? Some people don't do that. Nah, they just gonna sit there and then wonder why. Right, wonder why the production ain't all the way there. Right, you just hear, yeah, guys, and Yeah, clearance. Now the audio clear as shit, but you're hearing the whole background. Right. I'm playing some shit through motherfucking $350 fucking self-powered goddamn KRK fucking speakers and shit. Right. I'm trying to hear the artist track and shit, and if the guy is sitting right there talking about, oh shit, this is his new shit, and I'm hearing the background with it like, damn. Right, I'm more prone to turn that shit the fuck down or change to something else. Right, you just static burst the shit out of my shit. It don't even take equipment, bruh. It don't even take equipment. I done shown you with just your cell phone and couple little apps, you get it on and popping. Right, you get it on and popping out and about right there on the live in the moment. Right, get it popping. It's about personality. It ain't no frequency and no algorithms and checking in at certain times on the platform. It ain't none of that. How can I tell you? Cause we already done studied. We done research. We've been doing this. Been doing this at a frequency that the other people can't keep up with. They can't hit you at any single time that they feel like choosing. They got to do times where they're already inside a restricted box. Right. They can't come to you and stay up all night. They can't come to you middle of the day, early in the morning, whenever they choose to. Most of them got to get up and get that paper. Go work for master. Right, master whipping that slave. Right, he whipping that whip on that ass. Go put in them hours for that minor check. Because you don't know how to invest in yourself and get up under that. And get that money that you need every single month and then stack on top of that. So now all your bills and rent and mortgage and shit like that, you don't even worry about that. That shit goes into what we call autopilot. Right, you don't worry about that. You don't worry about when you come in the house if the light's gonna be on. Shit. I go to sleep with these motherfuckers on. I don't turn off a goddamn thing inside this motherfucker. Fuck I need to turn something off for. I can afford it. If I want it on, it's on because I want it on. I ain't worried, oh shit, I gotta turn this off. Because I can't afford that bill. Show up and see something that I like, have to come back and window shop it or try to make payments on it because I can't get it when I want it. Nothing against if you got to put down payment for it. Nothing against that. I'm just the type of cat that like to have cash to where if it's there, I want it. If I want it, bam, hit them pockets up. Bow. Give me that. I'm coming out with it. But then everybody else try to copy. That's what you call the Jones syndrome. I wanna be like Jones. Hey, let me tell you about my boy Jones, you know. Jones was a guy that had everything. It just seemed like Jones had that silver spoon that just was in his mouth every single day. Whatever Jones did, he just could never go wrong. I remember one time I seen Jones, he said, let me hold $1. I said, but Jones, I know you got $1. He said, but just let me hold $1, I'll let you get whatever I hit off the dollar. So Jones, I let Jones hold $1. So Jones put the dollar in, Jones hit for $1,000. Jones paid back $1,000 on that dollar. Another guy came along and said, oh, if Jones can do it, I can do it. That guy spends $1. That dollar turns into $1,000. Moral of the story, everybody can't be like Jones. Everybody wanna be like Jones. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah. They didn't even know that was a live bit right there, know what I'm saying? They don't catch the ingeniality. They don't catch the creativeness. They don't see the mindscape. They don't catch the insight. They don't be believing in their own dreams when your dreams are already in full motion and action. And when you are in motion and action and you get that extra energy that just comes in, right? You just get that hate, boy. I be feeling like what's the Dragon Ball Z dude? Right, like Goku with the spirit bomb, bro. Give me all that negative shit. He got the positive, you know? Give me all y'all negative shit, bro. I'm about to put that shit inside me and I'm about to, you know. Right, I'm about to Ultra Instinct Dark Ego. Super slim ball in that shit. Right, they be forgetting it's slim, be all in, see? Right. Y'all gave me slim balling. Right. You know what I'm saying? From the desert with slim balling, bro. Who's done been out to the desert? Right, that's supposed to be the land of death and came back multiple times. So any intimidation that anybody ever tries to bring and shit is just, it's like, what? What? Did you really just try that? Don't you know I'm like a creature of war? Right, you don't go to war, you get baptized in war. Right, you know how they baptize Christians in water and shit? Right, you go to war and get baptized in blood. Especially when you put your work in. Bust a cat from 500 meters away and shit. That's the crazy part, bro. I told you, some people do their homework and some people don't do their homework. They don't be knowing that they be poking threats. They be poking threats, bro. Why do you think I said Leo be watching my channel? Right. Cause they know if I say some shit, I'm about it. I'm about it. Right. The fuck's an assault charge, my boy? Fuck's an assault charge. My legal team would get that shit reduced down to 180 days. Me sitting back having jello pudding and all kinds of shit, watching TV and all kinds of shit, on a vacation stacking up 180 days of free checks and shit. Right, with no bills, expenditures and all that. Right. You gonna give me a free little vacation for a couple months and shit? Well, I'm gonna be in there probably fucking on one of the nurses and shit, getting rubbing tub and shit. Oh man. That's the trade-off for showing up and just happen to, you know, seeing what it is. Psh, that ain't a bad trade-off. I'm telling you, it ain't a bad trade-off shit. Go away for the summer? Oh man, I'll save up so much. Right, matter of fact, shit. Get out right in the middle of the summer and still have gigs. Still have DJing gigs and still come back to checks. Right. They forget that. They forget that shit. Like I ain't in the clubs during the summer down in Ocean City. Like I ain't got bookings and shit. Oh man, that's so crazy, bro. That's just so crazy. It's so crazy. Cause yo, I was hoping when we were doing our show during the summer that they would have popped up. I was hoping everybody that was hating on us would have popped up at least one of my shows, bro. At least one of my shows. I wanted that one guy to show up in my show and just come up in that shit and just say like, fuck Slim Ballin' or some shit in the middle of the dance floor. And I'm telling you, that one bold person that does that, bro, I got that perfect track for you. I got that perfect track for you. I got this shit called Karate Man. Right. That shit right there, when I put it on, it makes Bloods do the B walk, and it makes Lokes do the C walk. Right. And then it just starts off into like a big ass mash brawl. Right. They would love for you to be there and disrespect me. Right. Come up when I'm at Club Secret and shit. And I got the center dance floor. And the club capacity is almost like 1,200. Right. Oh yeah, come up in that bitch and say some shit like that. Oh, I ain't met a motherfucker yet that ever hated on me online, that ever showed up to one of my live gigs and shit, and just straight blatantly came out and was like, yo, fuck Slim Ballin'. I had one guy that tried that shit, and his ass was in a coma for about 3 weeks. Real shit. Real shit, and I got blackballed from that motherfucking club for like 2 years. Right, because they tried to get me for instigating violence. I said, I can't control that with the actions of people come in here. But obviously, he obviously hated me. That was when I was just streaming on Mixer at the time. Right, they were hating when I was streaming on Mixer from the Xbox. Playing me and my team's music and shit while gaming. Dude showed up. He said, yo, fuck Get Money Crew and Slim Ballin'. He a bitch. And I went ahead and I said, uh-oh. Put that shit on and you just seen about motherfucking the club just collapsed in one position. I don't know how many blows that motherfucker took before they lifted his ass up and he got through out the fucking front door. I tell you what, the club gave me a couple extra dollars that night. Right, because I was fucking pissed. Right, they fucking security. Right, you're fucking security. Hey, but the dude didn't even have shit. That's the crazy part. He didn't even have shit. I think maybe he was a little too drunk or something. I don't know. I probably fucked this bitch, sent her back after breakfast. I don't know the guy. Never met the motherfucker. Hey, but you will get some crazy people like that, shit. You will get some crazy people like that. That's why I said, bro, I don't even need a stage. I don't even need a stage, bro. I could pop up at a street corner. I could pop up on your cell phone. I could pop up on your TV. I could be at your courthouse steps. I could be in the middle of the mall. I could be in the food court. And have motherfuckers looking like, oh man, did he lose his mind or some shit? But I'm going to draw some kind of attention. It might be hate from some people because I might be doing, being me. But I'm going to draw something in. Draw something in. Because that emotion is a strong addiction. It's a strong power. And when somebody gives that up, be ready for it. Right. I just know how to balance the negativity and put out the positive and cancel out what you got going on. I told you, charge me up with your hatred like an Energizer buddy. Right. Do that shit. Do it the way you do it all the time. When you do it, hate on me all the time. I don't care how to do it. I be do it when I do it in a way that I do it. Yeah. 'Cause I be me all the time. Me like all the time. I'm saying R.I.P. my boy Lil Squeak. Hell yeah, Lil Squeak, man. I told you it's like Lil Squeak lives in me, bro. Right. You talk about a dude that used to sit back at track practice and shit and be doing some all kinds of crazy songs and shit and have motherfuckers robbing to that shit like, yo, kick that shit when we get in class tomorrow. Yo, that shit was pretty dope and shit, but let me come on. And then you hit like that little beat thing that you were doing after that. Right, do it right there and let me rap on it and shit. We'll do it at the lockers. Right, I come in with something like that. The ladies, they come in, they like, ooh, okay. Right. And then he do his little rap thing, so now he gets some hype. And then I'm doing my little beatboxing joint, you know what I'm saying? So, man, you know what I'm saying? We getting it in, man. Getting it in. You think that you learn some skills early when you doing your social development that you fall off on that jump, man, you get better and better and better. Right. See, I never went to school for mixing. I went to school, like I told you, for newscasting. I can make a publication. That's why when I hit you with a visual playback, the audio's there. Right, I know how to get the audio all nice and clean and everything. And I know how to go ahead and put it all together as the package to stream it back to you on a pre-record or upload or whatever. Know what I'm saying? That's like my field. I know how to go to the pack center and I know how to put together a whole presentation. Know what I'm saying? That's like one of my skill sets. As far as like me getting on the track, you know, and spitting it and recording and stuff like that. Know what I'm saying? I take the knowledge that other people pass down and stuff like that. So when I collab with people, like shout out J-Bo, right? We just did the little thing where I fixed his track the other day. That way I got to see at least some insight of how they be recorded in the BandLab. When I get in the BandLab, my mixer doesn't work with the BandLab because I actually have studio equipment, so it doesn't sync into the BandLab properly. So if I use BandLab, my vocals come so freaking low. They come so freaking low inside there, even using monitoring. If I boost my stuff up inside the BandLab and send the link out, then they be sounding like, oh man, that's too loud. Right, so usually I take from my DAW and port it to the BandLab. That's when we do like some music in there. Right, I'm always down for collabs and joint, man. Always down for them collabs and joint, man. We just sit down, we just gonna have to get inside. Like, hey, you gotta get like Discord at least, bro. So we can sit there inside, be inside of a call, and we can sit back and vibe, because I ain't trying to rush nothing, bro. I like to sit back, roll, and you know, roll and then get the vibe going and probably hear that shit for maybe about a good 3-4 hours. Alright. Then I might have that one. Right, I'm gonna add that one. We're gonna structure the whole fucking song right there. Right, I ain't doing no freestyle. I'll come out the top and freestyle by myself. Without a beat, or make a beat, and do it while a beat's playing or whatever. But nah, you know, I like making songs. Sonnets. Right, go look up the history of songs, sonnets, ballads, compositions. Right, that's what I like. Classical ambiotic, mellow hype, gangster, right? The gangster lyrics, right? I like when other people say the gangster lyrics, because if I say the gangster lyrics, then I'm going to jail. Right, they already look at me enough. So if I start talking about the days of me busting the you know, the M16 and the 9s and the street beefs and shit I had, they gonna come put my ass in jail. And I like my freedom, so, you know. Right. Right, you make sure you don't have an open, right? You make sure you ain't got open paperwork on what you speak of. You don't, right? Like I tell them all the time, don't send me indictment music. For real. Don't send me no indictment. Anything, bro. Don't send me any indictment, anything. Like, if you got an open case on that shit, don't send me that. Or you speaking on that motherfucker. Between lines of code and shit. Hell nah. Hell nah, because what's going to happen is you get busted for your shit. And you somehow happen to blow up and that track goes up and shit. And then you fucking get out and you start getting some hype and shit because you're getting out. Because your shit might have been out here putting in some work and you get out. I don't want you coming back speaking on me and shit. Talking about, oh man, you know, it was them podcast niggas that got me indicted on the case and shit, you know. Right, when you done sent us the motherfucking material and shit. You did that. We ain't go looking for you. We don't know you until you come to our right, till you come to our front step with your music or your link. Right, you came to me with your product. Right, you came to me with your product to see what I can do with it. Right, I didn't tell you, hey man, send me this. I ain't asked nobody yet to send me anything. Matter of fact, I did ask for like. Yeah. I'll call cap on that. I did ask for 3 things. I asked for 3 tracks. 3 tracks so far. Since we've been podcasting. And they weren't even asked. They weren't even asked. It was just respect. Right, it was ask and respect. Right, I said, hey brother, I know you've been rocking with us. And you don't care if we merged you and what we got going over here in hopes of you getting some more traffic of what you got going on over there. Yeah. I say yeah. Now the phone, yeah, so you know, hey, and then what we end up getting over here, we ended up getting the Brother Hurricane, so we got the Detroit After Dark program. We could have had even more programs that he runs, but we picked that one because it's more music theme. We ended up getting we got a link up right now with TMB Monkey Man, where we're bringing more of him over to GBA Radio. And if y'all ain't did so yet, you know what I'm saying, all the music and stuff now is going down over at GBA Radio. Right, at GBA Radio. You put inside the search thing, it'll take you straight over to the channel. We're slowly moving the content over to that page so it'll be nice and populated. Like I told you, we got 2 strikes on this channel now. We just picked up 2 strikes back to back in one day. Hey man, I told you. Hey look, you can't make this shit up, bro. I told you haters are going to hate and shit when you got something going on and they can't match it, bro. They're going to sit there and hate. They going to hate. Right. That's why I said we gave free promo and then they took it out of the contents. Yeah, it was, I told you, probably the police nigga. The Leo, bro. I've been telling y'all for what, about a couple months that we had Leo watching this shit. Right. It ain't off the content that we've been playing. That's freedom of speech. That's definitely freedom of speech, and I'm a strong advocate of the First Amendment. So I don't think YouTube wants to even try to play them games right there, cause it ain't that hard to go through means and methods and get a free check off these niggas. I'm telling you, we'll come together and have to do it as a whole class suit. I trust and believe it can go down. See, most people can't even talk like that. They don't even know the proper channels and stuff like that. See, they don't even know the proper channels. Don't even know the proper channels. They don't even have, hey look, they don't even have lawyers on retainer. They don't even have a whole legal team backing them. Well, I been told y'all, hey, if you need legal, bro, I'll give y'all the info if y'all want to get down with legal shit, bro. These people done made me damn near probably over, in the last 14 years I done had them, they probably done made me about a good like $2.5 million. From suing companies like Comcast, Best Buy, Samsung. Right, you talking about big cash cases, bro. Right, I got Samsung for a cell phone. For a cell phone. Beat them for like $50-something thousand for a cell phone. When they first came out with Galaxy, they said the shits were waterproof. So I went ahead, turned on a live and shit and dropped it inside the motherfucking water. Unfortunately, you know, we were all in the pool and got fucking zapped. Right. We caught a quick zap. The battery died quick, but we all got fucking zapped and picked up a electric burn mark from that shit. Right, you talking about everybody there. And I didn't even intentionally drop the phone into the water. I was sitting there recording the whole family on the Facebook so the rest of the family could see it. That was down in Florida. Yep, so the family down in Florida could see all of us up in Maryland drink. We all having a family cookout. And everybody just happened to Yep, when the phone dropped. So you talking about like 12 of us suing their ass. Y'all got some bread. Yeah, but got a crazy mean electric burn too. Hey, that shit never heals right. Oh no. But maybe that turned me into 6'7". Maybe it didn't. No one knows inside of the mind frame of Slim Ballin. Talk to him, Sleepy. Talk to the ladies for me, man.
Sucking my dick. Whoa, that's sexy.
I know, man. Especially when she's so passionate and shit. She ain't even gotta do it. Right, Bro, I fight chicks off me like that. Right, she started getting you to like relax, super relax and shit. But like, oh, whoa, you gotta stop that shit. She already done got me in the mode. Right. Hey, bro, I got a whole little Titantron shit I do for him and shit. It's wild as shit, bro. It's wild as shit. I told you I got like a whole setup in there and shit with black lights and all that shit, man. All kinds of lights, right? Little pole in the corner and shit. Bro, I got a whole little thing. I push the button and shit. It plays like my little mix and shit, bro. Right, I'll sit right there. Right, I'll sit right there and shit. You know, I got the little lavender velvet shit on there right now. Right, it's all nice on your skin and shit. It's smelling all nice and good in there, right? That she wants to be there, right? That's what it's smelling like. Most of that shit done made me fucking, you know, nose blind and shit to a point. Right, because it's so strong, bro. It's so strong and loaded with pheromones and shit. Right, even if I ain't got a chick over for the night or something, dog, I spray that shit at least once a day because it's so strong. Right, it's like when you overpower that shit right there, right, when you conform and you don't let the hormones take full effect on you and shit, right, it helps you out. Helps you out. Hey, yeah. Bro, I sit right there, I put on my little joint, you know what I'm saying? I get right there, hit my little Magic Mike little dance and shit. Yeah, look at these little muscles I've been working out every day for it, shorty. Right, I only put an hour in every day, you know, on the arms and chest and shit, you know. But shit, the legs, you know, they get 5 miles a day, shorty. Right. You motherfucking strong. Look at my little calf muscle and shit. Sick. Right. Right, I'll sit right there and dance for my shit, bro. Right, Hey, they already say I got like a little butt, right? I'll go ahead shake it a little bit for her and shit. She might throw a little couple dollars at me and shit, right? Then it's her turn. Right, your turn. Let me see your moves and shit. She might have been laughing and giggling at me and shit. Your turn. And it's funny as shit when they try to spin around and shit and they fucking fall off the pole. Oh man. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Everybody got their own little niche for them and shit, bro. Tiny shit. Hey, plus shit, man. If you looking for space, bro, you gotta get the type of bed I got, bro. Right, my bed's built into the wall. You know what I'm saying? My bed built into the wall. I push the thing, you know, that shit slowly elevates the fuck down on the floor and then slides back and shit. Then, you know, the little headboard thing come with the little gear down on the back and shit. Right, I hardly even put that shit up. Right, just put that motherfucker down. Yeah, stack that bed down. There you go, bam. Right. That way during the daytime and shit, bro, it's so much room in there, man. Right, outfits and shit hang up inside the closet, you know, little walk-in closet. Right, outfits hang up in little bundle things. Right, everything hang up on a little hanger and bundles and shit. Right, the whole outfit's already put together and shit. Socks go inside a little throw thing that just come down, a little sack. You know what I'm saying? Dirty clothes, shit, ain't really even no dirty clothes. I got too much time, so I shouldn't have anything dirty. That shit goes straight inside the washer to the dry. Back inside where it goes to get stored at. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think I got one of the cleanest houses out here. For real, I think I got one of the cleanest houses. And I ain't even got a case of OCD. I just clean a room up and then won't be inside that bitch for a minute. Come back, dust that shit off like maybe once a week. I got guests in the middle of the night or something, whatever. Bam, we occupy the living room. Soon as I'm done, give that bitch a full clean and then damn, it's shut down. Right. I got motherfuckers like, damn, is somebody even living there? Right. Middle of the night, they like, oh shit, it's a party going on down there. Right. The whole neighborhood shows the fuck up. Be outside in they cars and shit lined up on the side. Cause it's sort of cold, but they'll be lined up right outside my street. Come and see what's going on with GBA radio for the night. Right, cause most of them be passing through and they be hearing it. Right while I'm whipping it up. I'm banging out the whole neighborhood while we whipping up the episode. Live. Got a neighbor son, he come over here. He'll pass me some of his homeboys' music. We'll slide that in. He'll come over here and smoke a hell with me and shit. Right, we doing a whole goddamn production over here and shit. Got the kids right outside on the road and shit playing basketball and shit. They over there like, oh man, hey, that joint was crazy that the guy was spitting. Even the neighbor, he said, yo, who was that gangster cat right there? Yo, that nigga go spazzing. He said, every time you play him, he's spazzing on some shit. I said, oh man, shit, here, take my card real quick. Right. We on the YouTube we on the YouTube. That's the old card right here, but we on the YouTube. Bam, check this out right here. Yeah, this my man up in New York and shit, right. Overdose Music and shit, bro. Yeah, his channel. Yeah, his channel's on my channel at the bottom. Yeah, check him out, bro. He got a whole bunch of crazy videos and shit, bro. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. And you wanna know how I know that these people that have been handing out my card recently been checking out the content over on these channels because I take a screenshot every single day. I made an algorithm. It takes a screenshot of my page almost every 15 minutes and it puts it in a folder. And then it plays me back a time diagram. And it tells me exactly where fluctuations and stuff is. And it'll tell me at what, right, like the growth over like maybe 24 hours. It'll tell me, bam, such and such's channel picked up this many new subscribers. Such and such's channel got this many subscribers. Such and such channel picked up this many subscribers. Right, the ones that we got right at the bottom of the page where it said, hey, also check out. Right, we done seen their numbers go up. That mean if their numbers are going up and their videos are going up and they're getting the traffic that they're getting, it might not be at a full screen rate, but it's showing that we're making an impact. Right, it's showing that the connection is being made because it's bringing the audience over to the other platform where the artists are, where that was the intentional goal. That was the goal all along. See? That's why I ask questions and say, where does the music go after the show? Right. We know off top the music continues on. Right. You send me a video, I might play that video. If it's dope as shit and your song dope as shit, you might get played goddamn every single day until you hit us with the next thing that just makes that one like, disappear, but that's still already on the playlist. Right. So it's still in rotation. Doy. Some people don't realize that, right? They do the Nero shit, right? So does a playlist on Nero save every single episode? It probably does. It probably has a playlist, right? But that's not the full show, right? And you still had to pay into it. Hey, you still had to pay into it. Still had to do a donation or whatever to get your shit played. No, that's why I said donation. See, it's a difference. It's not a tip. It's not a gesture. It was an exchange of services and goods. See, that's why I said don't be putting your cash tags and stuff off. You got to use the proper language. The proper language of how you pitch it. So it doesn't come off like you're advertising. Right? Because a lot of people be advertising. When they say, hey, yeah, you know, sending them cash apps, or we're waiting until such and such before we do such and such and proceed on with the main objective of the show. You don't think they don't be saying that? Yeah, they do. We just showed you on the one episode. Right. Nap time. We showed you on nap time. Right. People had to suffer through an hour and 23 minutes and 14 seconds before the theme of the show commenced. Because they needed 20 paid slots. Right, they needed 20 paid slots. They called it donations, because that's what you're supposed to use, donations. Right. That way you're not advertising, because if you go on there and you're saying, oh, well, you know, this much and this much, then guess what? You're advertising a product and a service, right? This in exchange for this. And then you know what that does? That just sets you open. That really sets you open. You don't believe so? You don't believe so? How else did I get 2 strikes? Did I not do a promotion on there? Basically sort of facilitating and coming off in a manner as if you had to pay me. I used the language in that term. If some people didn't catch it intentionally. Right, that's the thing, see, intentionally. Somebody like me, I know how to play strategic. I know how to see what triggers what. I know how to put somewhere and then get it clear on it. Right. Some people might say, damn, that's fucking maddening and shit. But you're in a padded room. Right, it might seem maddening to you. But it's bringing truth to the people. For them to go ahead and get the facts, form their opinions, and then see the results. Right, because I told you we're from like 30-60. We speak on stuff and then we watch it come to fruition. Right, we told you what these people were going to do before they did it, and then they did it anyway. How else would we have 2 strikes on the channel? After they didn't do what they were going to do. That's why we already had it set up to maneuver in that way to give them that free receipt. Right, they said that they don't watch us and shit, but they're our biggest subs, bro. They're our biggest subs. Right, I'm talking about like some day one subs of podcasting. My first day of podcasting, you know what we did? We went and popped up on other shows. Right, we went and tried to hop on everybody's show. I even told people that same day. Right, we new to the scene and all that. You know, we have a platform over here. You know, we playing independent artists and anybody that want to send us music, they send it to us. They play. You know, my name's The Real Slim Ballin. I got such and such years of doing music from the capacity of, you know, some internships on, you know, not really long stints of like some working in Newcastle studios and stuff. You know, making a lot of beats and I've been making some money off of it and stuff. So it ain't like nobody can say I've been capping. Can't nobody say I've been capping. Because the episode is there, still on the channel. For all to see. Slim Ballin' first appearance online. You know what I'm saying? Right. Popped up on, what was it? The radio network, right? The FX radio network shit. Right. Them guys. Popped up on their panel. Right, what I came with, house party. Right, I got a mixed reception. That was crazy. I got a mixed reception. I said all the other podcast places I went and pulled up. Noticed that I pulled a big audience with me. A big audience with me. Remember when we went over the Bearded Conversations channel? Right. So for a channel like the size his shit was, already monetized, right? And already at 1,000 plus, right? So when we pull up over there, it view count on that interview hit 400 with about 30, 40 something on the live. Ain't never been no 30, 40 on the live at the time I was going over there in the station of Zurban. And he asked me for an interview for about a good 6-month period. Seemed like I was blowing them off and shit. It was just because we were trying to get some stuff over here. Right. Who's going to go do an interview when you might have a little cloud in your town and shit? You might just use some stuff here and there and all that. You might got recognition in all these different states and shit, right? But then you get on the internet and shit, it's square one. You the new guy, right? You the little guy. You got to get out here and shuck and jive and dance a little to get the people to see you. Right, that's why it's all about networking. You don't see nobody out here on the stream shits that's big time jumping off like nobody. Everybody got a team. You don't believe so? Go look at guys like Asmongold and shit, right? You think he's generating 40, 50,000 people watching him all day talk about whatever? Review whatever? Whatever comes across his mind, he just does it on camera. Same shit we do. Right. You don't think all them people that he ain't working with a whole team? Right, he got a whole team behind him. And they're working doing the same shit he's doing. But pulling all their collective efforts together. Buying into businesses and shit together. His biggest move is buying a PC building company that was going out of business. They all pulled their funds together from all their communities and put in on that shit. And what they do, they give their community back them same PCs that they done got jitted up and spec the fuck out now for the low off the COVID shit, you know, cause them guys were killing it. Right, now they can give their community high-speed PCs and shit. So now now you building up more people inside your network. Because guess what? Every streamer that they done did, I guarantee you, every streamer that they done gave a PC to was already somebody that had attention. They had the one guy. They gave him a whole setup, like $10,000 setup. Guess what? He already had an audience base. He just needed a new rig. That was good for them because they get that promotion. Now that guy is part of their stream team. Right. So when we ain't live, he's live. And when he live, they live. Whole time, all that's building up our collective effort. Some people don't get it. That's why I be coming to your streams like, hey, bro. Mate, what's up? Let's do like a split sheet or something once we start seeing profits and shit, right? Even if you're on mobile doing your stream, like, bro, you know, hit me on the email or inside the Discord. I'll show you how to set this joint up. The word bam, when we go live, guess what? It hits your channel also. That way we got more presence on there. Because your audience base might not be my audience base. My audience base be coming to your channel, seeing that I have a new spot where I'm over there. Bam. Especially if it seems like, you know, you ain't getting like a big portion of your audience base showing up. If you got thousands of people on your shit, a 10th at minimum should be the show up. A 10th at minimum should be your show up. You should be aiming for anywhere from 60 to 70% of your audience base retention. Everything you do, even if it's grabbing a new basin. For real, cause what that guy say?
That is so trifling, dog. Like, I feel like I owe you something, but since I ain't got nothing to give you, I don't owe you nothing.
Damn.
But since I ain't got nothing to give you, I don't owe you nothing. So,
You something?
huh?
You got something to give?
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
No. You can
Yes.
get it. What can I get? Tell me what it is.
Play your song.
No.
But who knows, man? Who knows what folks? Who really knows what folks, bro? We must be the mental ones, right? We must be, we just 6'7" and bouncing off the walls here, inside of the padded room and joint, Because sometimes it just grabs you inside of here and they gotta come and put the jacket on you. Yeah, I think some people need to feel that jacket on them one time. I think they do. And then they really find out that they really don't want to go where you're supposed to go when you get the jacket on you. Right. They might want to be out here thinking and playing that they crazy. Right. Until they actually meet somebody that would go to the extremes just for personal satisfaction. Personal satisfaction. Let that sink in. Personal satisfaction. Right. Yeah, man. But they want to put it there. They gotta put it there. Only got one life, and some people are just so quick to want to be on the live. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. Why tears cry from loved ones that watch their loved ones play games of the street. From the comfort of their own home, where metal will creep and shadows will seep, and explosions of wood and material splatter and instances unfold. So remember, when you think you're safe in your home, that danger lurks in the shadows. The danger lurks in shadows. In the shadow, somewhere in the shadow, where the danger lurks. Oh, it be lurking. It be lurking. But some of y'all so quick. Shit. I told you, $9,995 plus tax. Get you a nice little wooden box and shit. You might not see that thing, boy. I don't even think you're worth a note. What they call that, a bank note. Right, a bank note. 10 bands. The blue note. Right. That's what they call the blue note. You know why they call it? Because they got the note right in the middle of that shit that keeps it bounded. That's why it's pristine and clean like that. Right, it's that band. I didn't say blue faces. We all know that's the bill with the double donuts on it. You're damn right. Right, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me hold one if you got it, you know what I'm saying? Like I be telling y'all, man. Let me hold 100. If you fuck with me 100. If you fuck with me, let me hold 100. If you fuck with me 100. If you fuck with me, let me hold 100. Hold 100. Hold 100. Hold 100. Hold 100. If you fuck with me 100. If you fuck with me, let me hold 100. If you fuck with me 100. If you fuck with me, let me hold 100. 100. I told them fuck with me 100, but they come around, stay frontin' all the time. Tried to play no territorial imagery and like betrayals. Tried to pass it to the masses as a don't make me pull up and ass get the clapping belt is coming off the side of the roof. I'm going around the room, I'm spanking all you motherfucking fools. You got some attitude correction in the session when I hit them with the truth. I'm like a reverend, but I'm never on no pulpit, always on my 10 shit down when I pivot, maneuver how I get it, yeah. They think we messing up, but steady on advances. I'm coming hitting these motherfuckers like some cancer. In they system, in they rectum, going rectum. I'm more like anus when I'm going off the rectum. Scale, I'm going hard, side make toss, going bars, and I hit them with them balls. No AI shit. I be rapping with myself. They the type of guys that still smoking them stale blunts and fresh packages. Ha! While I'm out here trying to see what kind of hat tricks I can get your girl to do, like presto change her on some magic shit. I make a Houdini out the house and come over late night on the creep and remove her brows, remove them extra appendages and show me her real side. Her shape of her body radiates on the moonlight. And we can be like on the near, like here or there, like in the moonlight. They're like, yo, switch it up, alright. She don't want you though. Cause she wants you though. But she chose him, but wants you though. Why you gotta be so choosy? Baby, why you gotta be so choosy? And I don't know why. You make me feel so high, but crush me low sometimes. I wanna make you something different tonight. Take you to a place where you wanna go, girl. Where you wanna go, girl. Yeah, Hey, like, don't get them started. Cause I'm gonna make you like a geyser. Gushing water, baby. I'm gonna have you. Feel it like Nirvana. Got you licking, girl. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bouncing off the walls, the padded room. One night only. Sleep balling. Off the walls, off chain, uncensored, unfiltered. From the crazy mind frame in the mind state of sleep balling. You're damn right. I bust him any kind of way. Any opposition that want it. Come get it. You don't want it, brother. You don't want GBA Nation. When it comes to you, don't make me catch the flight. Oh, don't make me catch the flight. March 25th, brother. I would leave on the 24th, brother. Ooh, I already showed you the ticket, brother. Don't make me show up and you ain't there. Ooh. But even if I do show up, guess what? I told you I got that $2,500 in a certified check, boy. Right. But we need more. We need more. I hit up the bros. I'll hit up the bros. We could probably crowdsource and get a bigger bag for this. But you know, they want the remix. Right. This is me going off on my strength of it. Right. I'm putting up the $2,500. Right. So you can show up at your little thing. We can meet in the parking lot. Right. I only need 15 minutes. You can have your people surrounding all kinds of shit. Right. Right in the parking lot. Pop, pop, pop. Right. You can even take the glasses off, get contacts, all kinds of shit, right? Pop, 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 pop. Right, make sure the whole family there. Whole family there. It's going to be a life-changing lesson. Right, whole family be there. Right. I want them to catch the life lesson of what happened when you get online and you just talk some shit. And somebody finally catches up with that ass. They need to learn that. Right, so when they get on here, they got that life lesson instilled on them. Mm-hmm. Told you, 3 to 5, that shrinks down to 180 days for a nigga like me. Right, 189 days. Right, when I gotta wear the jacket for the first like 27, I wear the jacket. Shit, nigga, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. They gonna put me by myself. What? And bring me food? And I ain't gotta pay no bills and shit? What? What? Gonna have me go out and run, right, do a whole bunch of wild shit before I even get there then, shit. The slap on the wrist, nigga, what? Right, some people are like, what, 3 to 5, 189 days? My boy, I'm telling you, when you have a status, right, see, people don't understand that stats, when you have a status, go look up what status is. Right, look up status. How do you think when some certain cases and stuff go down, people get denied bail? And they say, oh, now he's a flight risk. He got means of opportunity. Right. Anytime I ever went shit. Right, he's a flight risk. He got means of opportunity. They already know. Shit go left here in the US, bam, I could be gone. Gone in less than 24. Just believe. Think I'm gonna just sit there and surrender? Fuck no. Y'all would. Most of y'all depend on this shit. Right, y'all depend on this government and shit. I never needed a government. Right. A motherfucker give me a check that goes straight in the bank. Ain't even never got touched. That shit been accumulating for some years. Right, it ain't even like a state issue check, see? I did my service, that's my pension. Right, I did a completion. I honored my commitment, my contract. See? Some people don't even know about signing contracts and shit. You don't even know what the fuck your worth is. I figured at the age of 17 when I signed with Uncle Slam, I knew that if I didn't make it back from the military, I finally would have got a sum of $450,000 after being retrogradedly taken down and reduced in all expenditures and shit. They would have probably got about a good like $112,000. So that already told me right there that I'm worth $112,000 at the age of 17. Going working for Uncle Sam where I ain't got to pay shit. He give me a paycheck and I go out and do what he says. Right. Some people blew their shit every day. Hell nah, I go chill in the barracks. Fuck I need to go eat out for. I got free food. I got a whole fucking meal card and shit. Right. I'm gonna use that up, stack my bread up. Still be looking right. That's why they were like, damn, yo, that nigga slim balling. Right, he always go in on everything and shit, but damn, this nigga definitely not really spending shit. Everybody come back from the first deployment buying all kinds of whips and shit. Psst. I went and bought me a little $500 car, put a little $2,500 in that bitch, made that shit look like fucking Tokyo Drift magic. Got my uncle to put me a little nice race engine inside that motherfucker. Right. He did all the work. Jops Car Racing. Right. Free promo for my uncle. Right. He decked my car out. Got me the Tokyo Drift lights and shit. Right, I'm riding around the city getting it. I show up down there, everybody else got fucking 300s. Escalades and shit. I'm like, man, shit, y'all just blew all y'all money. They had no problem hopping up in my shit when they need a ride because they drunk at the club and they can't drive their shit. Right. When I turn them lights on and shit, oh yeah, they pull up beside me at the fucking gas station and shit, parking lot pimping. You're damn right. Especially when I get put the system inside that shit. Right when I got the system inside that shit, that's when I really started getting more focused on beats. But it wasn't even really beats. It was breaks at that time. Right, I already had a dude that was from New York that used to be part of DJ Big Hurt. Used to be part of his camp. He was serving with me. He used to play me all kinds of shit when he came back from New York. My man from Detroit. C-Block. He used to bring me back music when he came. My other homie. Bland and shit, know what I'm saying? Being Lethal and Never Dominated. I gave all these cat rap names and shit when we were starting a little group and shit. Right, he was down in Alabama. He used to bring me back some country type shit. Right, I used to sit there and fuck with the table and shit. For hours. Hours. Hours on hours on hours on hours on hours on hours making ass. Straight ass. Like ass. I can call it ass at this point. Straight ass trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out. So my man showed me a little trick that he learned. Right. Right, the crayon. The crayon. Yup, the fucking crayon helped me out. I didn't learn with digital. See, I learned with actual wax. Right. Still can spin digital and wax. Right. He showed me the crayon. How to backspin that motherfucker. And catch your mark. Mm-hmm. And then bam, when I started getting good, I ended up going out there on a 3-man set for ECU. Homecoming. P.D. Pablo came out that motherfucker. BET was out that motherfucker. College tour. I've been on BET shit like, I say maybe like 7 times I've been on BET in life at some capacity. Well, you done heard me scratching or some shit. Especially here at UMES, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Right. That's a primordial, what they call it, HBU. Right. That's mainly like a predominantly like black college right there. Right. Prestigious too. Ain't hard to get on with them. Ain't hard to get on with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they the ones that, used to let me go in there and bar the concert hall and shit. Get some practice and shit in. Right. I done did their homecoming shit. I done did the BET college tour like 7 times this shit, in the capacity of coming out there working as a laborer and then coming back a couple hours later after setting the stuff up and then playing while they're out there doing like their little college thing, where they have like some sponsors out there, Gatorade, Xbox and all them. They got a little station set up for like Madden and shit, tournaments and shit for them to win like little prizes and shit, door prizes and shit. Radio stations are out that bitch. Like 3 different radio stations out that motherfucker too. Right, you got like 97.5 power on that bitch. You got 103.9 FM on that bitch. You got Urban the Streets on 93.2 on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then in my town, if you're in my town, you know what I'm saying, in the Bury, Ocean City area, you could check us out, cause shit, we got the first episode. Well, we got the 7th episode of GBA Radio. That was, that'll be airing on Saturday this week. Right, I'll be airing on Pack 14 here, local channel, you know what I'm saying, in the Bury. Right, from the time slot at 1 to 3. Right, y'all thought I was bullshitting. See? That's why I said people always look at appearance and shit and cast assumptions and doubt on people. Like, we ain't out here like I ain't been doing this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? Most of the episode that's gonna be on there is like promo too. Right, some of y'all stuff might get heard and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So then you get different ears on your material and shit. Then I get some of the feedback back. Right, that's the main point. I get a whole bunch of feedback back from the broadcast of that. Cause they're gonna send me a whole analytics and all that. Same time, I got promo in there because, I got to promote my birthday. Right. My birthday is less than 2 months away. So I got to definitely put the promo in that I can get for my birthday. So it's a great success every year, you know what I'm saying? So when I rent out the clubs and shit, right, I'm trying to get my bag back. I don't care about the clubs on my birthday day. Hell no. I care about the program that goes on in it. Because when I go pick that bag up and shit, right, all that shit right there, that funds my birthday. Right, and I told you, I'm like one of them slim picking guys. So shit, I make a goddamn big ass grip and shit, then guess what? That bitch getting put up. I might go buy me an outfit, you know what I'm saying? Just for the appearance and shit, Might go out of town with my boys and shit, that might be a couple $100, but shit, I'm about to pull in like fucking couple thousand and shit. So the bulk of that bitch, I say about a good 70% of that shit going straight in the motherfucking bank. Yeah, why the fuck am I gonna make a bag and then blow the goddamn shit? That's fucking stupid. That's ass backwards and shit. I can't see it. I can't see it. I wish I did get one of them 19 checks, boy. I didn't qualify for one of them COVID shits. Right, see? Cause I was already out there working. When everybody else was getting home and shit and all them jobs were free and shit, boy, what? It was pickings out that motherfucker. Pickings out that shit. I seen it. Right. It was like, what, they shut down shit in January? Bro, I didn't know about the virus and shit till March. Right, I had a shorty in here, bro. It wasn't no turning the news channel and shit, though. Right, it was finding out what sound she can make and all kinds of shit. Right, it was like a whole honeymoon phase, nigga. I seen the sun come up, sun go down. Sun come up, sun go down. Right, it was nothing that went outside the house and shit. That was none of my damn business. Till the day I went outside the house and I tried to go Walmart and I'm like, what the fuck? Why everybody got the mask on and shit? What, China invaded us or some shit? Right, I thought China invaded us already. I said, what the fuck? Oh shit, I'm in a good strategic pass. A whole bunch of time passed. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Right. Hey, shit, my shorty, she got one of them joints. Right, little 1200 and shit. Right, I flipped her little 1200 into a whole business and shit. Mm-hmm. I didn't go out and buy no pound of no grass and shit. See, some people do that shit with tax money and shit, and they be broke a couple months later and shit. Fucking backward hustling. Yeah. I took her 1200 and shit. We went ahead and started some shit up. Right. Started making custom fucking jewelry and shit. Right. She gave me like 300 of that shit. I said, alright, bet. I put that shit into some stuff. Alright, I'll put that into some stuff. We had me and my homeboy, we ended up getting the Pack Center for damn near like 2 months in a row and shit. That's where the original GBA radio shits were going on, where we had the red and black background and shit. Right, I was shooting it inside there. Trying to figure out some shit. Right, it was just brainstorming some shit. Some people thought we were at the crib. We weren't even at the crib. We were there and shit. Trying to figure some stuff out. Right. Refresh the skills the first time. Even then, after I figured out and got refreshed on the board, shit, we did my boy's show that night. Right, I was, right, we did his shit that night. The Smack, Fred, and Slim show. Right, Smack and Slim. Hey, that's when we entertained it too after a while, Smack and Slim. Niggas actually thought that motherfuckers were going to try and slap me on the show. That's what was the clickbait of it. Yeah, they thought that the nigga was going to slap me somewhere in the episode and shit. That's what was the clickbait of it. Slapping Slim. But my boy was Smack Fred. Right, DC Go-Go guy. He would put on go-go beats and I just go off the top with him and then he'll jump in and shit. That's all the show was. People showing up just to watch us wild out on TV from like 1 to 3. Hey, ratings weren't bad. That's why the people say, hey, anytime I want to come back and shit, right? We had that shit jumping on the COVID time. Shit. I wish I was thinking of YouTube and all that shit at the time. Hell nah, it wasn't no YouTube. I got on YouTube during my spare time, but shit, this was the money market. Right, my YouTube profile was on here to do a stream, soliciting game mods and shit, so that way clients seen it in real time, so that way they made purchases and shit. I had like 15 YouTube accounts. They kept getting smacked so quick. It would take about a month before they caught on. By that time, it was already just like shit. The channel served its purpose. Alright, they served its purpose. Alright, they didn't catch shit. They were just mad because they couldn't get that revenue. I'm like, shit, what? You made some money too, bitch. Right, you didn't show ads during my stream. Right, you made some money. So I'm going to make me some. Right, doing what I know how to do real good. Something that done caught me some time. That's why when motherfuckers be like, oh, hackers and shit, hacker, he a hacker and shit. I said, so? What else you got to say? I did my stint on it, bitch. You throw whatever negative tags you want to try and reach and apply and shit. I fully accept that shit. I got open source shit out there. They don't want to see what I make on the software side for releasing some of this code that ain't on the open source shit directly to the developers to help fix the security of their game and shit. Oh, they don't want to see them checks that come. Them checks make their fucking head spin like a rabbit got fucked. Straight like that. Straight like that. Their best stream can't even amount to a business day. That's the wild part. We did a whole business day on the stream. And these niggas hate it. They hate it. Was like, oh, this nigga lying his ass off, capping all kinds of shit. I said, damn. Right, it was at, what, fucking like 10 o'clock in the morning. We don't even really be on like that, streaming that real early. But about 10 o'clock in the morning, we done woke up, got like 5 DMs and shit for about like $500 right there. I bring the guy inside the call and shit, so that way they know I ain't talking to myself and shit. And they still were like, oh, that's probably somebody that he owes some money to and he's just trying to spend it and shit. I said, see what happened when you let them try to control a narrative? Right, because they're going to try and spin it to make themselves look good. Hey, look, here's the wild part. They ain't even got to talk about you. To talk about you. They can indirectly throw shots without even saying it. Right. Say my name. Say it. Say it. You know my name. Some of y'all said Slim Ballin. Some of them said Dennis. Right. You know my goddamn name. Say my shit. Put respect on my name when you say it. 6'7". You're damn right. Because at the end of the day, they don't understand that you could just have a picture on the screen and be talking. Right. It's about the personality in the conversation. It's more the personality. Do they gravitate to you? That's what usually keeps retention. That's what draws people in. You start biting heads off, that runs people the fuck away. Oh yeah, it runs them away. You don't think so? It definitely runs them away. We done seen it. I got all the people that people ran away from their stations. And then now they gotta come to our station. They hear them people. Some of them, shit, we give us so much love that we're exclusive. Right, we got an exclusivity contract. And just verbal agreement and shit. Right, because they come around and give us the green light on it. Some call it the green light on it. You ain't seen none of these content creators, none of these artists come back and strike my shit saying, I didn't want him playing this on this show. Not once. Not one time somebody came with, hey bro, can you take this off the show? Not once, even if you might think it was, when we nuked our channel the first time, that wasn't even what it was. Right. We were showing them that, are you sure? Right, are you sure? Because everybody came around the first time and they might have overlooked us. But then they came back around and was like, you know, just the first time they came around was like, are you sure? You know, we acquired taste. Right, we the cast that you bring to your family and shit, you know, Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. Right, what the homie say? Yo, he like the cool cat that you bring for Thanksgiving until everybody start asking who that. Right. I'ma still be that same guy. Right, cool ass cat and shit. Right, they can easily look me up. I like when they look you up, especially G's. Right. Especially when they come boots on the ground with it. Oh, I like when G's come out for a G check. I love that shit. They always come out their pocket for me. Right. It's sort of like a tax. It ain't like I'm taxing them. It's sort of like a tax, like a gift. As a matter of fact, let me change the verbiage to gift. It's like a gift. I ain't never seen nobody that ever came check me out and wanted to be a part of my life that ain't made my life a little better. Right, it's through jewelry, money, connections, further advancements, helping fill in some blocks that I got on this long list of trying to get to where I want to mainly get to. Everybody know we trying to get to TV. Right. We also know that, hey, I might have the appearance to where I might not get the reception that I want on TV. That's a stat. But, you know, that's a statement. They can say that. I can say that. But we also have the means that we're working towards something real big to where that just can't get handled at the moment. But if we have to handle that to get the bigger even faster, but seeing where we're at right now, right, we're about to be in the crib in the next couple months. Right, that's just damn near $500,000. So it's like why blow 30 bands getting the appearance fixed up when That's gonna take away from the big goal that's been the main focus. At that point, guess what? Now we can build our own newscast shit. At that point, now we can have people come out. Right, we can have people come out. Look at this motherfucking crib right here, bro. Look at this motherfucking shit. Right, nigga done made it. Look, done made it off of legit money. Could have shortcut and hit the block and been made this shit in way less time. Right. They didn't know I was a chemist with the pot whipping. Never got caught on drugs. That's how cool I was. I ain't glorifying it, but everybody had them stunts where you had to hit it. Right. Start off whipping. Take the first batch, bam, bam, couple, bam. You know, couple cooks. I didn't find nobody that was fucking with my shit. Right. They're like, damn, you gotta come work for me. Bah. They said, man, fuck this shit. Let me teach you. Right. I'm out of it. It's all y'all. You break me off. Right. Told you. I got cats that were under me. Most of them ain't on the legit pathway. But sure. Trust and believe if I pull up. Sometimes, hey, when I have my car, sometimes I pull up. I wonder why I got an envelope sitting on my passenger seat. Why there's an envelope inside my glove box? Right. I'm the type of cat. I pull up. I jump out the whip. My beats and shit still playing. I might come back. I got two niggas sitting inside the whip and shit. Hey, yo, you gotta let me get this. Gotta let me get this shit, cuz. That shit crazy. Right, let me get that beat. Right, I got my homie sitting in the passenger side. He rolling up. 9 right there on him. Right, my car ain't getting taken off with. My whip ain't getting taken off with. Right. Ain't nobody else hopping inside my shit. They cool. Right. It's probably my homie when I went in the store, give me a plate fix, you know what I'm saying? Grab me a pack of L's and shit. About to come smoke out, chill on the block for the day. Right, he already rolling up. Right, he about to smoke me out while I'm in there. Right, I'm placing my order. Same time, he about to make me some bread. Right, that same bread, I might just tell him, give me some herb. Right. He gonna give me some shit that's fucking fire out of his personal bag. Not the shit that he might be flipping that day. Right, I ain't none the wiser. Right, I don't flip the beat to... Right, it probably was a freestyle beat anyway. I still made a profit. Cause yo gonna come back and motherfucker record with me anyway. He gonna take it to everybody in town and shit first. Here's the wild part. They'll take it to everybody in town first. That way they can hear the beat. That's just how they move. And then they'll get multiple recordings. And then they'll come back and the vocals is too low. Or the beat is too loud. Or the beat is too low and the vocals too loud. But then they bring it to me. And I know how it's supposed to sound on my own shit. Right. And then they go out. I hear that shit within less than a month being inside the club banging out. And then guess what? I'ma hit them just cause off the strength of it. Fucking with me and shit. Now we about to make some money. So when we in the club, right, when I got some gigs and shit and I hit your line, yo, come up. Right, pull up tonight. Right, I'm gonna give you some money. Right. I give you like 15 minutes and shit. Do that track. Right. Do that track live in the club. Get you a little cloud and shit. Right. Break me off a little something for that. Right. Same time, I'm getting a free promo. Because the shit being played in the club. A lot of people think that my shit don't get no plays in the club. They think I ain't a club scene DJ and shit. That's the wild part. Sleep on me all you want, bro. Sleep on you all you want. And when I get that call to show up in your town and shit, to go ahead and do my thing and make that bag in your shit, your backyard. Don't show up talking about, oh, you got to check in and shit. Cause I'm the type of dude that I just roll with a couple guys, my day ones, and they the type of guys that's in and out of jail and shit. And they already, hey, one of them just came home. He done caught a body for me. Right, he done caught a body for me at a show. Same guy I told you they got stumped the fuck out and shit. Yeah, my man didn't take that shit right. He bust that nigga. Bust that nigga right in his face. Did his 12 for that shit. Back home. That's why I said fuck around, man. You don't know what type of crowd I draw. I have the whole audience stump you the fuck out at your own fucking function. That's how influential I am. But hey, we don't want to put no negativity out there. We don't want them thinking that I done issued them a threat when they know that these are premises. Right. Hey, they gonna take that clip. Hey, look, they gonna clip that. Clip it! Clip it! Clip it! They finally got him! Oh shit, 3 strikes. They finally got his ass. Oh snap! Oh snap, we finally got him. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they're hoping for. Right, just give them just enough. Just enough. To make them think that they on a cloud and shit. But they just on a big pile of doo-doo sinking into it. While we up here in the clouds, baby. Bouncing off the walls! The panic room. You never know who's coming through. Boy ain't got no money, he's stunting like he got some money, but he know he really bummy. Had it looking like it's back in 1987 on some back to future shit. I'm back up from my present shit. I'm so into futuristic galactic shit, riding on that USS Hurricane from Detroit shit. Yeah, starbound like phone calls to Saturn. She be coming through, digging out a bladder. This is not no show, like no Valley Matter. Controversy sells, yeah, I gotta get more fatter. Paper building up, can't see my creator and say, man, you gave me all this time and made me in your image to come down here and act like a clown, like the rest of them. When you told me go out here and leave an impact. I just can't see me being fake, being part of that guidelines or blueprint. They don't know, bro. They don't know what to do when they do it, how they do it, when they do it, when they want to do it, however they want to do it.
How the fuck this shit kicked me out of my own fucking channel?
What up, Grim? You got kicked out your channel because my energy gravitated and pulled you here, my brother.
I wake up, my shit is
I
not
know.
in my channel.
I done woke you up. That cosmic energy said, "Hey, my co-hosts need to pull up on them." Hey, 2
What
strikes,
you screaming?
bro. 2 strikes.
Let me turn this thing on. I'm gonna take me an Adderall.
Grim, I got 2 strikes, bro.
I seen that. You said somebody got you 2 strikes.
Niggas striked us. They striked us. They striked us as if we had put out a death threat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the manner they came with it. Like some borderline domestic terrorism. That's what they one of them was. One of the things said borderline domestic terrorism. And it's crazy because it wasn't even on a stream. It wasn't even on a stream where we were even playing any kind of music. Right, it wasn't even on a stream where we had any kind of music. We put it was on a clip. It was on a short clip, bro, of us on the airplane. On the airplane.
No.
Yeah, remember the airplane clip where I said, look, extra leg room. You know, this is how you're supposed to travel in style with extra leg room. Right, because I buy the seat beside me and I like to sit by the wind, you know, right where the wing is by the window. Right. And if it's 3 seats, then I'm buying the other seats too. So I'll sit right there by the window and have 2 extra seats so I can stretch out, you know, switch out and go to sleep. Right. I got the mask on because shit, it's winter time and people have germs. Right, people got germs. You get on the airplane within like the first fucking 2 minutes of boarding, you hearing fucking kids, other people. Right, the fuck I want to catch them germs when I'm going on vacation to be around my family and shit. I want to take your fucking germs with me. Soon as I get to this spot and shit, like nigga, soon as I get to the airport, I'm changing clothes and shit. Right, I'm changing clothes and all that shit, bagging all that shit up. It's going inside and getting washed. Right, I'm not exposing them to fucking sickness and illness when we supposed to be coming down there on vacation. The hell? Who does that? Like I done seen it. People had kids, right? Especially at nighttime, because most people travel at nighttime and shit. Like, yo, that's the time when your kid's supposed to be asleep. You ain't giving nothing to settle them down, and then you tell them they gotta sit still for hours and shit on the flight.
New season coming soon.
Who you said who? Who coming through?
They say new season coming soon. I'm trying to see what the fuck they talking about on this.
Hey, so bad at GBA Radio, bro. At GBA Radio. It's a new channel.
Oh, they finna come with the
right, so drop all the links when we
live
live at GBA Radio, man. Drop them over there at GBA Radio when we live over there. I'm saying.
That's where you at right now?
Nah, I'm in the padded room right now. That's what my channel is, the padded room. Right, we talking to the nation in the padded room right now. Yeah. Hit them with some beats, some off the top, you know, little bits, little sonnets, little ballads and junk, you know. Hit them with a little something off the top. Hit them with a little 30-second freestyle on it, Grim.
What?
Give them like a good 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah, hit them with something. Go off top with it.
Cool.
Little song, rap, whatever. Oh yeah, hit them with it.
You got that to hit her with it.
I'll tell you. Oh, okay. Let me get you ready.
Okay,
Let me
bye.
hype you up. All right, I got you to get something right here. Right? GBA Radio, where we the mother that's fucking your mother. Right, you gotta leave out the bond words, right? Because YouTube already filters them out, so it's like we gotta get our language like that, right? So I just been practicing a lot of, you know, every time when I'm about to say it, even on camera.
I'll reword the shit.
Nah, it's just cutting it out, just like how you do a DJ edit. You just cut it out. So you be like, we the mother that's your mother. Know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Now you can throw sound effects or whatever into the drops or whatever. Right.
That's some shit you would play on the radio anyway.
That's what you would do on the radio. See, that's why I already said I'm already used to that.
I'm talking about that line.
That's what I'm saying. On the radio anyway. That's why I said certain people's stuff, I have more freedom on these platforms than what I have on the radio. You think I could play? Mm-hmm. You think I could play some Quaalude without having to, like? Remember how we tried to edit before and was like, bro, this track would be fucking so hard to edit this. Right. Cause it would turn up. I would spin it. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would spin it. But shit, they would probably say something. Now I'll get warm. Man, right, if we played his We Different in the club, where it's constantly saying in there at the venue where I was at, I would have probably lost the gigs. Just because, you know, the people would have felt sort of offended. And they were like, you know, see, I was at the Cowboys spot last time. And they let me get by playing some hip hop in there. Certain hip hop. Then I slid some of the underground people stuff just for the test crowd, right? But if I played like Quaalude We Different in the club, and it's coming off nigga, right, see? Some of the white people would take offense. Some of them wouldn't even give a fuck. They get razzed the fuck off of it, see? It's the venue. The venue now, see? The venue might say something. If I'm at like a function or something, a cookout or something, they gonna turn the fuck up off of that. House party, they gonna turn the fuck up off of that. If I rent the building and shit, and they're not there that night, oh, they ain't saying shit. I done rented the building. We in a contract. All right. What if I book the shit and they try to say something, they really can't. Cause they already been paid and all that shit. Most of them want a rundown sheet of what you got anyway. They don't want to know what's in your main master mix. They just want a rundown on certain shit. Same like for the radio. Say if you go to a spot, right? Say if I had a gig like today, right? At one of the car dealerships. So it'll be somewhere here in town. Or it'll be it'll be right here in like these connecting areas. Right? So what I would do is I would show up with my equipment, call my boy up, he'll come with the van, we'll load my equipment and stuff up, and we'll pull up to the spot. I'll set up my tent and all that. Know what I'm saying? Keep my stuff protected from the element, the sun and shit as best possible. I'll set up all my stuff, run my cords and everything inside the place where I'm at. Know what I'm saying? That way I got power. Go ahead and do a sound check and shit. And then somebody from the radio will be there to, you know, they'll be out there with me. They have their mic and shit, and they'll be right there doing their promo and shit. Hey, yo, you turned into 97 point, right, you turned into 97.3, you know, the wave. And we out here at Pohanka Dealership Auto Group, you know what I'm saying? Right out here where they're slashing prices and all that, blah, 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 you know, whatever their promo is. And then I'm out there. At that point, you know, I already had dropped for all the radio stations to use. And I have a whole different soundboard and shit for that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not taking my personal PC out there with me, right? I'm taking my MacBook out there with me. You know what I'm saying? It's way less they have to carry than this fucking $7,000 rig and shit, you feel me? This is too much. Right, I take that out with me, docked in and all that, but I have a whole drop thing for whatever venue they got me for. So if it's like Power 95.7, bam, I got drop kits for them. And then I got drop kits too where it's like Slim Ballin', right, you know, all that, and then all the Get Money Crew Studios. Yeah, dog, I got all kinds of like different variations of the whistles and shit. You know, I got the one where it's like goddamn cops out here and shit. Right. And then you hear the cops sound, woo, 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 woo. Right, like sirens and shit, right. I had took that off one of my videos and said, ooh, that's a good one right here. I forgot about it, right. Cause when we were shooting the video that one time, cops rode by and shit, you heard the ambulances and shit coming both ways, and when I was getting the audio, it was like, damn, that'll be good for the video right here, right? And then yo was like, yo, cops and shit out here and shit. Yeah, you don't want to get caught slipping. That's what CEO was like, yo, you don't want to get caught slipping out here when the streets is like this. Right, see, so it gave the video more definitions. I told you, man. Even on the video game, dog, it's a whole storyboard, bro. It's from, you start from here and then you get to here. Right, so build all your frames and shit, little segments of frames. If you do it right, you piece it together, it makes a little movie. That's a video. That's a video. Right, we done gave them tutorials and all that. Right. Hey, but look, your idea of you saying, remember when you been suggested, say, yo, just take all the content off the channel. I said, damn, what are they gonna watch then?
Oh, you talking about when you were just saying
Right,
something
they
about
only you seen the channel? What's the only thing on the channel? The live and the shorts, right?
there you go.
The live and the shorts, right?
So you was gonna make it paid or something like that.
Ah, we ain't making it pay. We're not gonna profiteer off the artists.
I'm talking about
See,
the
when you
script
hold
that's
a
channel.
stance like that and you put out like guidelines and like morals and you stand on them morals and shit, that's why people stand up and fuck with you and shit, right? Cause we're not gonna profiteer off the artists. Right, if I'm gonna put out some shit and we get episodes, and then if we do start making bread off the episodes or whatever on like the YouTube side or whatever, then we'll do what you call a split sheet with the artists, right? Cause their content done made us a profit. Even if it's $100, bam, you know, break them off with a good percentage of it. Cause shit, I'm on here, I might be the mouthpiece and all that. They might have came just here for me, but guess what? Their music got played on that show, so that might give an extra boost of who might came and stayed on retention or whatever. So right, you break them off with a part of that shit, right? Rather it's Cash App or something, be like, yo, bro, I made like 150 off this episode. Bam, I'm about to shoot you like 50 just because I made 150 off of it, right? I only played maybe like a couple of your tracks, but I know that them bitches might have made an impact on it, right? Just cause, see? People don't do that just cause. They don't do that. They'll play your shit, and then your track might have been the hottest shit that made that show that night. Right. Your song might have been the song of the night. They're doing it now. Too bad we had to speak on this shit we had to put this shit in episode forms or like lectures and shit. For them to get this in the thought to go before we seen action. This ain't nothing original. This is just how you conduct business. This is how you actually grow. That's why I tell them, yo, go to your local bookstore and get you business. Introduction to business. That shit should cost you less than like fucking $10 and shit. One of them dummy books. Right. I read the shit out of them books. Them shits are informative. Because somebody took the time to sit there and write them shits out. And then when you put it into practice saying, damn, let me hit up that next chapter. Right. You start reading a couple chapters a day and then you start putting that shit into practice. First thing I did it with was the game shit. Right. Gamification. That was the first thing. Gamification. How to turn gaming into a business. Right. I didn't care about the streaming of it aspect. I was like, how can you merchandise? Right. So I skipped all around that book. Right. How to solicit. See, and then I had to learn some extra shit to go on top of it. So I should like write me a book. Right. How to turn information security off of gains into a lucrative profit, into a business. Right. Because at the same time, bam, GBA LLC is labeled as, a software. Right. Software consultant. We just happened to launch a radio station. Right. Using other platforms to facilitate our radio station until we can actually get syndicated to get on with the Great Britain Radio Association. Right. That's my end goal. Right. In 5 years, I think we can get that. Right. We'll get on the Great Britain Broadcasting Network, the biggest radio network syndication in the world. Right, bigger than labels. Damn near, right, almost way bigger than labels just because of all the stations they got on there. Some people might say, oh, well, Jive. Jive is out there. Well, Jive ain't all digital and streaming like these guys are. These guys been running the RSS streams, satellite streams, hitting markets that Jive ain't even hitting. If you think about it, Jive actually pays all these entities to play these artists' musics. Right. So if we get accepted into that, two guys that just came up with an idea and worked it and seen success come off of it, right, we get into it, then guess what, Grim? We could spin any fucking track in existence. I could literally spin anybody track 1 for 1. I wouldn't even have to remix them. I wouldn't have to do no alteration, nothing. Wouldn't have to worry about copyrights, nothing. I could just play any music known to man 24/7 and just sit back and just collect. Right, collect. That's why I said before I hit like fucking 50, bro. You're talking about like 11 years out. Matter of fact, not even 50. I give myself 42. So 3 years, bro. 3 years, we're going to get that. Or we're going to have something that where it's making us bread while we sleep and shit. Another line of sustainable income. Right. To where anytime we turn on TV, it's just going to be there. It's just going to be there. Like, yo, we already got... Grim, if you think about it right now, bro, we already got an end to TV. And if you think of it like that, we're already on TV. Like, think about it. We're already on TV, Grim. YouTube's on TV, right? Built in every single TV. It's on Roku. It's already built in on Fire Sticks. Built on your phone. Already on your tablet. Right, so we already got a presence of people finding us. Tapping in. We already got their ear and their visuals through the screen. Now when we start hitting these appearances, see? When we hit the appearances, that's when we start seeing who could come out. Start seeing who we can really pull out. Hey, look, my one homie and shit, right? He hit me up today and shit. He watched the show. He said, yo, Slim, I know you got something cooking up and shit. I want to get with it. I said, you always tell me that shit, but then when I give you some info on something that could change your life and shit, you never show up. So, yeah, you know, I gave him just slight information and shit just to see if he's able to pull off. Right. Because look, Graham, he's just like you. I don't know what it is. Y'all got bad luck with automobiles. He just got a new car and he's talking about he's fucking up already. And I said, damn, that's crazy. That don't sound like a new car. Not, especially not something that you just went and got. But even if you're leasing, it still doesn't sound like a new car. I'd have took it right back, got another one. Right, you got time to do it. But I told him, I said, yo, if I tell you that there's a way for you to wear it, man, you know, just off the strength of me, bro. I said, just off the strength of me and people that fuck with me, heavy. I said, if I tell you about this opportunity shit, bro, this be the first and last time I tell you about something. If you can't even show up for this. So we'll find out. We'll find out. He still got some time. But we'll find out. I talked with my brother on it yesterday. He said, what? He said, man, you know that dude. He said he ain't trying to get no fame. He ain't trying to get out there really and get it. Right, he just wants to be known as that local artist and shit. He don't want to get out there and actually make these connections. I said, yo, I told him, I said, yo, we could probably show up to this venue and your whole life changes shit quick, like accelerated. I said, you might get to perform. You're going to meet some people. Right, probably a whole bunch of OGs that you never even heard of. Probably people you have heard of. They might open some doors up. I said, shit, how you know we might not be down there and you might get a verse from somebody or something? Yeah. Right, get a phone number for something. Potential business down the road. They don't think about that shit, bro. They don't think about it. I said, damn, so I got to sit back and start practicing some more and shit, right? Get my breathing and control and all that. Start formulating some little songs and shit, right? Get back in my feng shui of it again. Right. Hey, get that practice in, grace these motherfucking stages. Right, I know the importance of a stage. I know the respect of the stage. Trust and believe, when I show up, I give it all. Right, I come off that bitch like I'm blue in the face. Right. And I always get a nice rep to shit. I ain't never had nobody throw nothing. Right, I ain't never came off with nothing trash. Especially not on no damn stage. Hell no. That's why you show up on the... Hey, look, that's why you go to a podcast and test the water on certain shits. Right. But then they only hear the recording and shit because, you know. Right. Here the wild part is hey, look, here's the wild part, right? All the tracks that I usually send out, I send them intensely as links, like invite links. So when somebody clicks on it, it automatically throws you inside the project, right? That way, if they see some kind of potential into it, or they made some kind of advertisement on they could do this or that, you know what I'm saying? Or made some kind of call saying that they do this and that and shit, that's basically to show me. That's basically what it is to show me. I be having my vocal in there and shit. No plugins. Right, no plugins on my vocal. The beat. My ad-libs and shit. Right, I be putting them inside the projects and then I send them an invite link. So then when they get it, they got to exit out the invite link to play the track. Right, that way if it's a bad mix or something and shit, you already got access to the project. Show me what the correct mix is for it. Don't just shit on my shit talking about it could have been better and shit when I'm showing you my best effort right here and you just shit on it. But then you know how to do it better inside there and you just shit all over my shit and you didn't make no effort to fucking make it improved if it could have got improved. Vocals could have been fucking a little low. Beat could have been too loud. But you know what? They rather shit over it instead of take the time to fix it. Right? It's too much of an inconvenience for them and shit. Not knowing that it's content for them. Right? Might draw more eyes to their shit. Nah. We sit right here and we might say, do some fart sounds and shit. Nah, that ain't it. But then guess what? I'm gonna sit right there and I'm gonna fucking take my time out and fix that shit for the motherfucker. Then I'm gonna invite them to the project. And then I'm gonna say, hey, check this out. Now guess what? They're on the project. Right, they're on the project. I'm not releasing this shit. It's gonna sit inside my folder, unpublished. Right, until they decide that they want to drop it. And usually they drop my version of it. How I know? Cause they hit me up on the Band Lab and shit. Yo, go look on that shit, bro. Hey, can you do this for me? Can you tune this up? Nah, I don't like the tune. Here's the tune though, but here's oscillation with it. Which one you like? Oh yeah, you like the oscillation with it, right? Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. Oh, that beat was crazy, and I got you lined up to where you owning the beat and shit. Yeah, uh-huh. Appreciate you. Right, I didn't even charge you nothing for the beat. Appreciate you putting it on Spotify and putting me on your split sheet. Appreciate that. Right, I appreciate that love. Right, we got my whole band, Grist Smoke and shit. Them guys that made me almost $10,000 last year off of music that I did back during the time of 2024 and 2025. Fixing their tracks. Cause they couldn't hear it the way I could, cause I got equipment and they got cell phones. So I could catch certain stuff that they couldn't catch. Right, I hear all your breath marks and shit. Let me go ahead, clean those up, get all your breaths in. Right, let me get all that out of it. Bam, that makes a huge difference right there. All them breathing and shit, the person that hears it, they ain't gonna feel tired hearing your shit now. Right, you didn't know that? Somebody listen to your recording and all they hear is breathing and noise and shit. Right, they're more prone to get tired because the sound of wind relaxes you. Somebody's a rhythmic tone can relax or incite you. I don't want somebody sitting there. I got the cat in the back with the gat in the strap and we rolling through the land. And I'm right here, out here, 10 toes I stand. And you know what I am. I'm the man in the land, in the field where I stand. I'm not trying to hear. I got the cat with the hat in the back, in the lack, in the land where I travel, in the land where I stand on the tent. Right, I'm trying to hear like that. I'm not trying to hear. Right, them breaths. A lot of y'all try to hide your breath inside the beat. I hear it. I hear it. I know when you're short of breath. Some of it I listen to and I know damn well you retired when you were recording that. Right, cause if I bring you on the live and say, hey yo, spit that for me. Right, spit that for me. The same way that you just did that shit. You ain't gonna be able to do it. You might remember all your words, but shit, we gonna get... Right, you gonna get winded. Spit that shit the way that you spit it. If you got to and you start running out of breath and you're trying to hide your breath with sound effects, a dipple triple in your voice, wrong step. Wrong step. Same time, don't depend on the AI to fix your voice. The shit got no emotion, it's a tool. Fuck is supposed to know if you're happy when you're singing a happy song. Or you're sad singing a sad song. Or you're venting. And it's supposed to pitch your waves certain ways. I don't know none of that. I don't know one bit of that. Not a goddamn bit. And then, hey, if somebody doing art with AI and shit, accept the motherfucking shit. If they spitting with the AI, clown the shit out of them. If the videos of AI, you know everything ain't AI, because you still got to give it shit, man. You still got to give it shit. You still got to give it shit. You got to give it a picture, prompt, whatever, for it to generate the shit. Unless you right here and you a software engineer or you a digital architect, a pro at Adobe Effects and stuff like that, doing all the works, you're about to put in that work. Them 20, 40 hours for that video for the week. Uh-huh. They don't know, man. They don't know. Some of them right here growing up in the digital age where everything is at. Right, everything in the app. The app is just there to save time, a placeholder. I ain't knocking no apps, but shit. If you use an app and you know that there's better out there, hit us up, man. Hit us up. You want dope visuals to go over top of your music? Hit us up. You can hit me up directly. Hey, hit me up directly. I'll fuck with you, you know. We do your first couple ones for free. Right, you come around more often and you like big impact on the nation, then shit, you know, I show love. When I show up to y'all platform, guess what? I get the love back. They show me how much love to give. We go over to Detroit after dark, we get mad love. That man give me so many motherfucking DJ drops and shit. Right, you know how many times he done stamped, certified, promoted on GBA Radio or Slim Ballin'. How many times we done came over there and checked up on the bro, could we fuck with him? How many times we done took his production and then went back and then made it the way that we knew that he wanted to make it. And then put our own twist on it. Off of the strength, bro. Off of the strength. Cause I fuck with you. This man didn't hit me up saying, yo, can you do this, and this? Could have. But we just did it. J-Bo Flex, same shit. We just ain't made him a video yet. But he got visual. Miss Taffy, she got visuals. The Brody Quaalude shit, you know. He got his own shit, bro. Right, that man making movies, right? That's why I said, see, even looking at him, bro. Even looking at him. OG coming home. Builds up a nice, successful podcast. Leaves it. Doubles down on his music and other operations. Start touring and shit. Whole time while podcasting, came across individuals that take you places, that invite you out to their cities, their states, for venues, shit like that. Open the door for conversations with other people. And you know what they did? They could have went ahead and say, yo, you know what? Let's gatekeep this shit. Let's charge everybody that want to fuck with us a note or whatever. You have to buy into this shit. Hell nah. Cat sends out Discord links and shit where you can come in there and see what's going on. They do their show where it's open to the public where you can come on and see all these celebrity people that's out here in the game, the movers and the shakers, the people with the bags, the pockets that you want to try and tap on, the ears that you want to have listen to your conversation. act on it, boy. If they ain't the connect work. Right, they didn't say we the plugs. The connect work. Alright. You got the, man, salute the brothers, man. Got the brother Tony Lynch. Eventually the Greek guy. With the Greek counseling joint. Right, he be bringing us some individuals. Interesting individuals of all forms of walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Right, talking about they bounce back stories. Right, how they got to make it so far in life. Some of their downfalls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? How it made them stronger. You know what I'm saying? And you got the brother IKS Hound. You know, he a spit his darn self, successful businessman. Right. He's like the MC on this show, bro. Right, that's like the MC I see it as. Right. Then you got the brother Quaalude. Right, he'll let you let him tell it. He said that he's like the janitor in joint, you know. Right, he got all the keys. Right, that's his building, you know. Hey, nah, man. That's the platinum producer right there. Right, y'all ain't went back, did your homework on the man. That man secretly a platinum producer and shit on paperwork. If you go off the paperwork, that man's platinum producer. If you go off of his back collection, right, see? But he don't even bring up them things, bro. He don't bring it up. He might have a good idea for something and shit, and he won't even put himself as the hero sometimes. Right, remember the Bad Air Day video? Right. I seen it before you. Right, I seen it before you. Sneak preview. Had it right. Was asked what kind of name for a superhero. Right. If you listen real close, I'm pretty sure most of the laughs you hear might be some of the laughs I was laughing when I was watching the video in the sneak preview. You know what I'm saying? Right, it might be some of my laughs in the video. I don't know. Who knows, bro? Hey, I was laughing the whole shit when he showed me, bro. Man, I'm telling you. That shit made, right, I had to hang up on the call with him. Was like, bro, yo, you got me laughing so hard. It feel like I'm about to shit myself. Right. Like, literally, bro, that shit's funny. Hey, go back and watch that on the Overdose Music channel, bro. Bad Air Day. Right, from Connect Work Films. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's guaranteed to possibly make you shit yourself, bro. Don't take me for it. But, hey, that's my review for it, bro. Hey, I give that shit, I give that like I give it like a 93 if we were doing some Rotten Tomatoes shit. I give it a right, like a 93. If we were doing like some thumb up shit, bro, I give that joint. I get that joint like the 2 thumbs up with a middle finger in the middle. ain't that on no, you know, FU type joint, but just to put it on there, cause every catch it could be the sense of it. Yeah. But yo, what y'all thinking, yo? Cause we nuts over here, you know, a little bit. We gonna I hit up my people today. I'm about to get some decent quality hard wash t-shirts. Right? And we're gonna put a middle finger on it. And we're gonna put a name on it. And then y'all can hit me up if you want the shirts. Right. Just hit me up whatever name you want on the bottom of it. And then a picture if they got a brand. We're trying to get a whole collection of like t-shirt shots that we can merge together in one big ass collage. Well, I don't know over here. You know, we kind of wacky and shit. You know, we might just go on the Fuck Freddy campaign. You know. And I still got time to get one by the end of the week before the 25th. Right, good. That's just all up. See if I can get them to put it on the hoodie too. Hey, yo, Grim. Hey, yo, Grim. March the 24th, bro. You be able to get free? Go to South by Southwest, bro. They done changed it. They done changed the date again. It wasn't March the 12th or the 13th. It wasn't February the 9th or Valentine's Day neither. It wasn't November, you know, when you had to turn in the bread for the booking. To see if you even made the schedule. Was like, damn, bro. This shit is harder. It's easier to win concert tickets. It's easier to win concert tickets than to get the shit on these podcasts. Bro, we showed up to one episode where they said first 50 people get a free Fuck Quayle t-shirt. I showed up with 7 accounts. I didn't get not one shirt. Then they said the next week that it was the same event. So we showed up with 14 accounts. And still didn't get one shirt. Oh, but they were talking big shit. They were talking big shit when they had their subscriber thing looking like it was 21. Right, they didn't know that it was only 7 people on the stream and I had all the accounts that I signed in. They thought they were super big. Hey, look, they try to crack jokes on the name Dennis. Was like, I'll never name my kids Dennis and shit. I said, that's cool. You look like Mr. Wilson. Right, Mr. Wilson. Right. The man might have called you Freddie and shit, but you Mr. Wilson to me. Cause then Mr. Wilson gets tortured by Dennis the Menace every single fucking day. Till that man like fucking gave up. Right, he gave up and submitted. He gave up and submitted to Dennis. Right. Dennis, man, why you keep torturing me, bro? That's what they said. Why does Dennis keep fucking with us? That's what they be asking. But nah, they think it's Slim Ballin. Right, they think it's Slim Ballin like it ain't the same person. Right. They think it's just a different personality of me. Who knows? When you're out here getting your 6'7" on. Grim, where my artwork at? Where's my artwork at? Right. Tell your kid I thought they wanted to set up a legacy and shit, right? I thought they wanted cars from me one day. I guess they don't want nothing in the future. Right, where's my enemies at? They talk about they gonna make me 1 billion enemies, right? Where's the first 10? Where's the first 10? I sent you back the one sketch. So we got the game board. We got that shit, Grim. I got 5 different places that done sent me pictures of a prototype that we can have within like 2 months. I got the one with the way that I did it, and I got the way that you did it. So we'll see once it comes how we'll maneuver it. But they're making us a high quality board. and it's supposed to be two of different ways. One's supposed to be like sort of collapsible. The other one's supposed to be like single fold. So it depends on what kind of box they'll fit into. I like the collapsible. Collapsible one looks like you just go ahead and just, snap it, bow. But then it would come into the thing of, we would have to try and change how the board would go in. Because if we go with the collapsible shit, you got to change up the material so it won't all be like the board. You got to make it a little different. So that might raise the price up on something. Because you got to make it up some material to where if they keep collapsing and shit, you don't want it to come out of the sockets or whatever and fall apart. That way if it goes travel size or something, I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it, bro, when it comes out. Because we're going to let GBA Nation be the first ones. Right? You'll be the first ones to grab the board game. And the game before everybody else's joint. Well, the game everybody be able to grab that. But the board game, you be able to get it specifically from us. You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to line that up to where we get it on there and try and get it to people like before Christmas. Once we get it in stock anyway. At that time, I'll be dropping the link. I'll be dropping a link where y'all be able to get it. It'll probably go through like my Shopify. Right. Because you got to have something going and then show numbers before you try to push it and make it bigger. That's why I said plans and shit, bro. Plans, all it takes is time. Time and effort and work. Because people sit back and secretly watch YouTube if you don't notice. And they see who's out here. Like, Graham, I'm telling you, if we pull this shit off real good, what makes you think I can't get that I can't get the information to push that shit to Shark Tank? Like shit, most of the Shark Tank guys been in my network on LinkedIn for years. So I'm pretty sure at some point they done came across something that I had going on. I even got some posts on LinkedIn and shit where Mark Cuban done like my shit. He done even left me some good advice one time. How you think I got on with Tide? Man told me, oh, this sounds like something that could be inside of a commercial. I said, oh, this man got money and he said he could hear this in a commercial. Right. Why not take it to the places? Right. Lucky for me, my boy's in New York. Right. Working in the mailroom, my boy Craig Ortiz. Salute my brother. Right. Working in the mailroom. Somebody happened to hear that knew somebody and passed that shit on for me. I got contact with instantly. They don't know how to sign these contracts, bro. Everybody knows shit. If you really looking for a deal and shit, go to a big city. Go to a big city. That's where all the deals at. I like to think shit. When Q went to when he went to Chicago, I think he got a deal. People don't realize it. They probably don't realize it. But when you're already on your shit, it's hard to know stuff like that. I know so. Shit. I'm signed to my own little label. Alright. And about to get up inside the Magician's Guild. Once my paperwork go out and these people do the rest of their due diligences on me. Shit, they gonna come across and see, bam. Okay. Okay. Right. I want to see what they do when they do the research. See how they can best help me. They may have all the tools that I already need. For real, they might got all the tools I already need, bro. Every now and then, I told you, I have these calls where people ask me. They don't fully ask me out what I need, but they ask me like indications just to get a measure of where we're at. Because most of them can facilitate. Right, they're almost in full position to where they can do that. They know the people that's like, yo, if he had a couple more dollars or something, or if I put him here, bam, he'll make it. Right, bro. See, when you go from the dreamer to the believer to constantly showing it, right, you become something like we call the dream cloud. Right, because you're able to shower down opportunities on people. Right. Now, hey, the brothers that connect work, bro, that's a dream cloud, bro. Y'all don't see them raining down all these opportunities? Hey, if you go back and you remember, they just said something about a showcase supposed to be coming up, right? Several showcases this year. So it ain't like last minute stuff. Ain't last minute stuff, that's the thing, see? So if people really on their stuff and you really trying to get out there, bro, I would show up one of these venues where these brothers at. Right. I would show up wherever GBA radio is popping up at, you know? Right, if you see me show up at a remote place, bro, shit, you best just drop. If you ain't got nothing to do and show up. Especially if you're in the States, bro. I told you, Greyhound is cheap as fuck. Plane tickets right now inside the U.S. is cheap as shit. Even if you gotta price that bitch out by interconnecting flights, you still gonna get there. Why shoot down that chance to show up somewhere and you got $1 million opportunity? For real. Man, hey, look, y'all know that Chi-Town event coming up too. Supposed to be jumping on too. Come the Prohibition Fest, right? The 420 joint in Chi-Town, right? Hey, you look at the channel. I told you, you look at the channel. You see where we say right on the channel where it says also check out these, right? Most of the key players, some of them players on them channel lists right there are gonna be there. One of them is like a facilitator for the event. So, you know, hey, start popping up over there. Finding out information on more when it's going down, know what I'm saying? Because I know that they be having sometimes, like, you know, they be having, like, the open mic. Bro, you go out to the Chi and you rock that shit. We're you know, they got a lot of attention right now. We done seen bro go out there last year, right? And you see all the success coming his way. So you done seen a method that works, right? Hey, we weren't there particularly for 20, but we were there in spirit through our nation, right? Bro had his laptop, and guess what? He was streaming that joint. And then what we do? We end up coming back with the club footage on it too, right? Right. See, how do you get stuff like that? See, you gotta be on the inside, bro. I'm your guy on the inside. Right, your guy on the inside. Some stuff is secret squirrel, but I know how to dance. I know how to dance and just, you know, right. Let you know a little what you can know. Hey, and if I'm telling you about it, usually before it drops and shit, bro, you know, it's usually, you know, way better. Way better. Like, I'm telling you. Right. How do you think we get the new drops? Over on GBA Radio. Right. If you ain't did so, yo, subscribe at GBA Radio, man. Right, new channel, bro. New channel. Right, we two striking over here. They trying to hit us with life. Right, trying to hit us with life. I know, they seen us over here. They trying to come grab my cornbread, know what I'm saying? They don't know that I got the bar soap right there. Right. The bar soap right there with the little joint up in it. Right, I done melted it down already. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Just because they tried to try it, now you got to play grimy, you know? Now you got to be grimy. Right, now you got to be grimy. You got to call your mans up and shit. Now you got to get all the way fucked up with it. I told you, hey, we got the one homie and shit, know what I'm saying? He just going to come off like this.
Sucking my dick.
Whoa, that's sexy.
And he gonna mean every sense of that shit. He gonna mean every sense of that shit. But guys, March 25th, man. March 25th. We're gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up. So everybody get your tickets now. March 25th. New date for the South by Southwest. We need to meet up out there. You know. They already done put the emergency alert out there, you know. They said that there's a blacklist serial killer out there, so you know. They don't know how many of them there are, but, you know. They might have they might have the Leos on high alert that day. Mm-hmm. Hey, the man already told us that TSA wasn't going to be pretty lax. You know, he said over there in Texas, them guys ain't been getting paid for a couple weeks. And he said, yeah, so say if you see like 10 TSAs, you know, 3 of them might just be wearing the uniform. Actually working. The rest just be like, man, shit. They ain't paying me. Uh-huh. I should link up with my bro out that bitch. Right, have him pick me up from the airport. Right, have bro pick me up from the airport so we show up in style with that joint. Yeah. Yo, you know what would be so odd is if I show up with a F Quaalude shirt on and they ain't wearing the F Quaalude shirt, then I would look so out of picture, right? And then they were trying to say that it was their idea, but I was like, man, you know, I had to make this one because you didn't give me one. All right, see, I don't think people knew that. But then what if I showed up and that man miraculously popped up and shit, and then I got to be right there in podcast. Wow, the ass whipping goes on in real life. I always said it was a goal to make a beat, to make a sound trip to an ass whipping. Right. It always been a goal to make soundtrack, a whole album of soundtracks to ass whippings. Right, but I gotta have a whole bunch of ass whipping footage. Cause I want while they're getting their ass whipped, you know, I wanna go back and edit the beat right into the ass whipping. But I'm gonna do the beat right there on the spot. We're gonna beatbox that shit and then merge it into the beat. And then I'm gonna be on the side while the ass whipping going on rapping it. Take him to the ground, stump him in his face. Stump him by the hole in his fucking waist. Stump a motherfucker out, stump Stump him, motherfucker out. Stump him, stump him, stump him. Oh, he punching, kicking, punching, kicking, choking, choking. Face turning blue like a blueberry. I think he knocked out. He done knocked homie the fuck out. Down, knocked him phone me the fuck out. His man came with the remix. Punch, jab, kick, up, he's down real quick. Punch, jab, quick, we play that. I got that shit. Punch, jab, quick. Wanna see that clip? Punch, jab, quick. We're gonna have to get that clip. But we're gonna remember the fuck out of that shit, right, bro? I'm telling you. One of y'all podcasts should get caught up in that, and I know you. Oh, I'm remembering that. I'm remembering it, dog. You the next meme coin. I'm telling you, you the next meme coin. Right, you the next meme coin. Catch you with them eyes shit stretched. We're gonna zoom that shit way out so it catches the whole body with the meme coin and the person that knocked him out right there too. Right, we're gonna blur their face out on the coin and shit, but we're gonna just have it like. See, some of y'all don't even know that I'm already a meme coin. Y'all didn't even know that. I'm already a meme coin. I'm actually 3 meme coins. Right, GBA Radio's a meme coin. The Slim 67's a meme coin. And then my little VTuber model.
Anyway, gotta get
Little
the
fairy.
guys.
Right. Miss Think Crotch. Right. She likes to take pipe all around the clock, but she never washes it up after. Right, Miss Think Crotch. That's like my little V2 avatar lady. Yeah. That's when I'm getting on the nasty time. Right. Hey, look, some people don't know women are like that. Shit. I remember one time my aunt said some shit like that. I said, what? She said, and I'm going raw. I ain't watched this shit in 2 days. I'm like, what? And my uncle said, season up the way I like it. I said, what the fuck? Hey, that's like marriage shit. It gotta be some marriage shit, bro, cause I can't see Oh man, what you got going for on Grim? We still waiting for that 30 seconds, though.
I'll go out in the house. I'm finna go make me some money.
You gonna make you some money? So the whole time you ain't made no money? Damn. How you not eating and about to go make some money when you should have been making money? It's almost like 4 something. 4:30 something. Should already have made something.
Snoring.
Huh?
Snoring this morning.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't went out and scouted some shit? Is it real deep?
No. That shit don't have me sliding across the road.
I didn't say ride around. I said scout. I mean on foot. Get that ass out there with a... Right, get your ass out there with a shovel and start scouting. Right, we
supposed to go do Uber Eats.
Oh, man, shit. You thinking some chance. Some chance of a tip. I'm talking about getting out there on the 10, boy. Getting on some 10 and putting your back into it. Motherfucking hitting some driveways and some sidewalks. Get all the spirit of entrepreneurship in its finest. What?
That shit melted. You gonna do that shit for nothing. Ain't nobody gonna pay for that.
Oh, see, you ain't had no snow then. You had your little government control cloud.
It was thicker. It was thick in the morning.
Yeah, but you had the government cloud that we had. Yeah, you had the shit that we had. Right, the government cloud. It come around real heavy and shit, and then it starts melting. Yeah. That's that government ice cloud right there. They probably made that shit over in the desert and shit. You didn't see that video I showed you that one day? You don't remember that video? Of them taking fucking, of them taking all that fucking ice and shit, all them ice trucks, and they were putting in a machine and a cloud was coming out of it. Where they had all the weather fucking events jump off in like a time fucking environment. Like they had it when they first sent it up and shit. It did like rain, then turned to a thunderstorm, then turned into snow, and then they started like dissipating and shit because they only put so much stuff in it. But shit, right? And they think that don't affect the environment. You just simulated all them changes in the air and shit, and that didn't affect all the rest of the air around it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So when we go from 70 something degrees, right? So when we go from 20 degrees to 70 something for like 2 days, and then get smacked on a 74-degree day with fucking all big heavy ass dookie looking snow and shit, to where the temperature drops down to about 40. Yeah, okay.
You said what?
Oh, I'm talking about the clouds. Oh, yelling at the kid, what they doing this time? Fucking up.
Nah, they ain't brought their ass in and started cleaning like they know they supposed to.
Cause they here in the padded room, man, bouncing off the wall with me. They bouncing off the wall with me in the padded room. I think, right? Right. The good old bouncy bounce.
No.
Right, Grim, the good old bouncy bounce.
Oh, man. I have the damn blankets looking like what the fuck. No, you can't take that in your room.
Right, why the blanket looking like what the... But yeah, man, hit that sub over at GBA Radio, man. Right, at GBA Radio, man. You put that inside the search. It'll show you the channel. Yeah. We over here 2 striking. 2 strikes in the padded room. They trying to box us in. That's the crazy part. They finally making moves and stuff, Grim. That's crazy. We done bust them for a whole year, 3 months and some change and shit. Now they making moves and they mad. Like they ain't been watching us the whole time. They say they don't watch. They say they don't watch, but you know, we get a printout after every show. Right, my program give me a printout every show that shows me who was there. Right, it tells me what devices you were on. It tells me if you were watching on TV. See, that's why I made my own program for it. So I can see how many people actually are watching on TV, because TV doesn't show view representation. Not all the time.
I'm pulling up. I mean, I look to see you board of the corner and pour it down the damn toilet.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me go pick on my water and slide and board.
Yeah. Maybe we can be friends.
You know what the fuck you should have put down in the rain.
Friends. In another moment. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, 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 hey. Doom, 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 doom. In a moment. Doom, doom, doom. We can maybe be, baby. Dun, 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 be the best of friends. Dun, 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 dun. But, baby, I got to know what's gonna happen when the lights go a little low. Can you promise me that you will take your time and go slow? And give you everything that you need. Dum, 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 dum. Baby, let me know. Dum, 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 before I drive you crazy. Dum, dum, dum. Can we go real slow? Dum. On my private test drive. I don't care, baby, if your mile count is high or low, or how many bodies your front or back done had for show. But if you give it to me, I gotta let you know that I might go a little crazy for you. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Hey, Sleepy! Dum, 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 dum. Give me that drop, boy. Dum, dum, dum. Dun, 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 dun.
Sucking my dick. Whoa, that's sexy.
You're damn right. It's alright, the guys are gonna hate that shit. Don't get mad because this chick was sitting right there bopping to my rhythm, bopping to my tone. Probably had some kind of little smile come across her face saying, oh man, that boy crazy. Shit. Crazy for you, girl. You're getting low, got me like that. Stop withholding it though, lady. Shit. Right. Girl, you know who I'm talking to. You know what it is.
When?
Uh-huh. She know what it is. Right. Shh. Right, we got our own time together. Right, she could belong to all the other ones and shit, right? But when she over here, she mine. And she mine when she over here. Don't get jealous. Right, she mine when she over here. That's why she come over here. She mine. We share. She your main, but shit, she come over here too. Right, she more like sis over here. Right, she more like sis over here, you know. I ain't right. She sis over here. Now the other one, shit, she done claimed me, boy. Alright, she done claimed me, so shit, that's what it is. Alright. Oh, we ain't saying no names, but shit, if we were calling them, shit. Miss Vonta, you know who's yours. Right. She sits over here. Right. They know who done took me and chose me up. Right. She from the land of Cali, boy. She seen me and said, mine! She said, mine! And then when Shorty came over from London and shit, tried to grab me and shit, she said, bitch, that's mine's. Right, that's mine's. Get out of here with your trash ass AI shit. Right, that's my nigga. Right. Y'all don't know the relationships we got with our nation and shit, bro. Right, I be out, I'm in the airport and shit, you know, chatting with Shorty and shit, right. My ladies inside the chat talk about, ooh, you looking all sexy, go get some bitches. Right, go get you some bitches. Right. Sure enough, what we did, right, we went right to the one that already kind of likes me, yeah. Hey, but some of y'all were in there were like, where you going next? Right, some of y'all were like, yo, where you going next? I know I was teasing a few of you. Just to see if you were paying attention. Right, what we did, we walked over to the little ticket booth, right? And we asked the woman. I said, so, how much is it for a plane ticket to Cali, right? Right, some people heard the string. Right, she told me less than 400. Right. I said, okay, so less than 400, I can go to Cali. Right. Gotcha. Less than Less than 400 can go to Texas. Less than 400 can go to Florida. See? See, you start calling these places out and shit, right? They think that we don't travel. Like, we don't be going places. Right. Girl, don't make me come to Cali. I'm telling you, I come to Cali, I want some dessert. I want some dessert and I want my portrait done. You damn right I'm gonna give you some money, girl. I'm gonna make it rain. Right, I'm gonna make it rain. I just hope you don't catch a paper cut. Right, all I got is clean money. Right, I ain't got no street bread, you know? Right, so all my shit is clean, so when I make that shit come down, you know, it's more prone to cut you. It ain't been wrinkled up and shit. But if you want me to make it rain on you and shit, and you want to catch some paper cut from some bills falling over top of you and shit, hey, knock yourself out. Just don't blame me for fucking marks and cuts that you get on you. Hey, I'm very good at flipping cards. If you know what flipping cards is, that's where you take a card and you can go ahead and flip it. Just give it enough movement to where you send that shit flying like a ninja star and shit. Right. I make cards get stuck inside of wood and shit, right? So when you saying make it rain, see, I might get a little too carried away just flipping it and shit and just flip a bill and that bitch come across and just slip. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right.
Refrigerator, keep leaving it in.
Right, tell him get out of the refrigerator. Go put a lock on the refrigerator. There you go, put a lock on the refrigerator. They'll learn. Or buy one of them, they got the little thing that you got to put like a DNA sensor or something. Right. I guess that wouldn't work because that's your kids, so they'll get past that shit. Alright. But put a lock and key, that always
You
works.
mess with a grown person child, nigga. He finna about kill your ass.
Who?
Electrocute the fuck out of you.
Who is?
This show.
Oh.
You know Dragon finna show up, but they ain't gonna show his face.
Shit.
He gonna create a storm and he gonna shock the fuck out of Buggy before he can stop
tell him to run that. Right, tell that guy he doing all that, they come run it. Right, come run it. I got something for him.
His daddy finna pop up and beat his ass.
I got something for him. I'm gonna put on my ACGs.
How about this One Piece show?
Right, I'm gonna put on my ACGs with some rubber real quick and throw a bucket of water on his ass. Watch him spark out.
Nah, this nigga like the rain god.
That motherfucker gonna be like a goddamn fucking Christmas tree with a short in that bitch. He gonna start catching on fire like a house and shit.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, he tried
to
he tried to come running at me and shit. I'm hitting the bunnies.
He ain't even nowhere close to him. He just hit his ass with lightning from the sky. And nigga said, ah.
Yeah. The party room. You never know what's going down when it goes down.